Well, hello, stunners. Tonight, we're playing In Your Veins. This is a dark Yandere monster dating sim from Yandere Game Jam 2026. That's right. So this is brand new. And listen, okay, this vampire lord that I have been super excited, his name is Cassius. He's gonna be today's boyfriend. Listen, okay. He looks so flirty, he looks feral, and so am I. I mean, unfortunately for him. Just watch him try to escape me. Listen, okay. I'm teaming up with monsters, making terrible romance decisions, and getting way too cozy with hot and dangerous. And I have Flowers for Joy, who's a dev for this game, joining me. Hello, Joy.
Hi, Rue. Been here a couple times before. Glad to have you back. Weird to be doing it on our own game. I don't want to leave Gray out of here because Gray is the main dev.
Well, what she said was that Gray is the main dev of this.
I'd say yes.
That's what she was saying. And Gray is in the house. Don't let Joy play. Listen, I'm controlling it, okay? I'm controlling it.
I was the sidekick for the game.
She did lots of work. Yeah, see, everyone, y'all did a great job. I can tell already, even though I haven't played it yet. I'm already like, I'm feral. Okay.
I want to say one thing. We as like Monster Hunter or like the freak game, like the freaky game for the longest time because it didn't have a name for a while. And I realized today's technically Freaky Friday, and we love that. We're gonna be freaky with the freaks. That's us on a Friday night. Yeah.
Excellent. A freaky game for a Freaky Friday. Well, that sounds excellent to me.
Everybody buckle up. Who are you? Who are you? Are we gonna be Rue? I could be Rue.
Guess what, y'all? Joy is gonna be Rue.
I'll be Rue. It's fine. I don't want to be me. It's a little bit. I'm gonna be she, her. The wind whips bitterly, stinging my cheeks. Winter will soon arrive as I await her herald with the fall of the first snow, but the world has been holding its breath, an endless dark sky
shrouding the countryside.
Oh, did that? Okay. Suppressing a shiver, I trek over the hillside, legs aching for a break, but we're getting close to our destination. Pulling out the tattered map from where it's crumpled up in my pocket, I glance around the moorland to see just how much further. Arden, scout ahead. That's my Rue voice. I'm mimicking you. Close enough. I glance behind me, looking for my ever-present follower. They brush a lock of dark hair from their face with a talon and nod. Dark raven-like wings shift from under their cloak, and they hunch over, letting them free. I love them so much. Taking to the skies. Arden is weird, but they're not that weird. They're not going to be talking to the skies, okay? The harpy lets out a croaky sound, wings whooshing in the cold wind. I follow their path until they're only a speck in the distance.
Did you hear that? Arden is flying. They're a stunner. I like that design.
Yes, they are a stunner indeed. Katya comes up beside me, chin tilted up as she follows the dark shape of them through the skies.
I like this design too.
She is the stunner. Yeah, the true stunner has arrived.
Oh my gosh. Hello, Katya. And how can you be so sure they'll come back?
Because they always do. She lets out a quiet hum, which I can never tell which side of approving it conveys. Pulling a fine-toothed, pearl-encrusted comb from her pocket, she attempts to fix her hair, a fruitless task in this wind. Arden returns as expected, not too long after.
Temple's 10 minutes north of here. As the raven flies. Cliff in the way. Hard to get down.
They tilt their head, thinking a moment.
20 minutes.
I finish, stretching and sling my pack higher on my shoulder.
And I can carry that for you.
I can handle it. I start walking in the direction they point, but notice we're one member short. I'm sure Rue noticed we were one member short.
Where's the last member?
Where are they? Cassius looks up from the ground where he's resting, watching
me from behind hooded eyelids.
me from behind hooded. The first choice.
Order him up or ask him to get... Order him up. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing, Rue.
Yeah, that's true. We are Rue. We don't ask.
That's right, okay? We're not polite, okay? Listen, these trifling men.
True.
Maybe if it was, Katya, okay, we might be like, "Ooh, queen, let me get on my knees for you." But not for this trifling dude.
Absolutely. I'm already loving the energy. Am I gonna have to drag you there, bloodsucker? It was your idea to begin with. Your idea to begin with to go to the temple. Apologies. I'm not trying to butcher the dialogue.
Would you call it a temple? I would call it a catacomb. There are many bodies laid to rest there.
Good Cassius.
I doubt they're doing any resting. Even in death, the goddess Raaaah demands their servitude.
You're being pedantic. Up. With a flick of my wrist, the collar around his neck lurches forward, and he gets to his feet.
I get the strangest feeling sometimes that you quite enjoy ordering me around.
I gave it away. He rounds on my other side, hovering over my shoulder.
I'm having fun doing these voices.
I'm having fun listening to the voice.
And you strike me as a man who enjoys taking commands. What a pair we make.
I don't respond to that and continue on the journey, leading the party northward. Temples have catacombs beneath them. They're sanctified to keep necromancers from controlling the corpses of Yandere dead.
Corpses of Yandere dead, faithful in corrupting them. They're servants of hers alone in life and death. Only God has sanctioned undead corruption allowed. Is that in your Monster Hunter handbook? Graveyards are fair game for the slaughter of monsters, but not the bowels of a cathedral.
It's politics. Let the temples deal with
their own problems, and don't make more enemies than you have to. Not that it will help me now. What we're about to do is sacrilegious, What you're about to do, dear, our very existence is sacrilegious to the Templars of the Sun. And I'm about to drag you through their holiest hall. I shake my head and march on. Just as Arden said, in about 20 minutes, we arrived at the massive doors of the temple. It's built partially into the cliffside, the towering mountains dwarfing us, reaching high into the ever-dark sky. So far away from the cities. Sun Templars, take a pilgrimage out here. It's the final resting place for the one who started their order. I step up to the doors, ornate gold, spiraling across the heavy wood. I place my hand against it, feeling the prickle of magic running through it. It reacts with the rune-marked glyphs that are etched into my wristbands, protecting me against magic. They're given to all who train under the House of Dusksworn. I received this pair the day I finished. I press hard against the wood, and the magic shimmers, shatters, and I break the spell. The doors open with a rumble that shakes the very ground. No sneaking our way in. We're hardly subtle. I pull my crossbow from my back and march forward, the others following after. The doors close behind us with an ominous slam. It's a massive cathedral in front of us. There are pews lining the aisle, and a stained glass window stands above the pedestal. It depicts an armor-clad knight with large, feathered wings behind him, and light behind their head in a sunburst.
What? Maybe we should have like a signal that you give me, like something you say if it's just like I cut out or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Because I don't even know when I do it. It doesn't even tell me.
what if I do like a bird, like a caw?
Yeah, there you go. Do that.
Caw,
It's the ominous bird telling me that my audio is fucking up. I think that's exactly what.
Who is that?
They hop on one of the pews, spreading out their own dark-colored wings, comparing the two. Saint Myron, they founded the Sun Templars.
And apparently, they were Yandere lover.
A rumor, nothing more. Their love for her was in worship, not lust.
Am I saying that correctly? Is it Yandere?
I think it's Ray. Gray, you correct one of us, or both of us. Maybe we're both wrong. Who knows? Maybe it's whatever you believe it to be. Okay, Arden sweeps their eyes across me for a moment before tucking their wings away. Sorry, that was just me imitating Arden.
It's Yandere. Oh, okay. Yandere.
Shit. I was a part of the game, guys. Don't worry about it. It leads us to the cathedral. Finding a staircase to the catacombs beneath, I strike a match against the end of a torch, lighting it up. Passing it off to Arden to hold, I ready my crossbow and kick the door open. The guardians are there as I expected. In death, duty is guarding the holiest of places. The heavy armor they wore in life still donning their skeletal bodies, their hollow eyes filled with glittering gems and head encased in a helm of gold, they draw their blades, ready to defend. Oh. I fire a bolt, knocking a gem loose, and reload the fire to a second one. Katya steps up next to me, a languid wave of her hand. The dark shadows of the room suddenly twist around them and yank them forward, where they meld into the darkness. Arden flies upwards, holding the torch in a talon, illuminating the dark catacombs to give me a better line of sight. I crack the blunt edge of the crossbow against one of the skeletons. Okay, knocking the entire head loose. As I'm loading another bolt, I glance to Cassius, who's waiting in the doorway. What are you waiting for? Kill them!
They're already dead. They can't get more dead.
You're already dead, but here you are chattering away and not doing your job. He steps lazily forward before whipping a hand out and grabbing a guardian by its neck and scattering it across the ground. Bones shards shatter against the stone floor.
Look at his face. His eyes darkened.
It's...
I'm not dead. I exist in a state between life and death. You'd think a monster hunter would know that.
He speaks so casually as another brings a massive sword down on him, but he grabs their wrist, throwing it against the nearest pillar. Shut up and don't distract me. I make a shot at the furthest in the room, and it falls into a helpless heap on the floor. I yank a bolt out of a nearby corpse and add it back into the quiver on my hip.
You're so cute when you get riled up. Yes.
We're always cute. The fuck?
Caw! I take a cooling breath.
I take a cooling breath. We got that one in stereo. I don't exist for your amusement. I tuck my crossbow away and glance at Katya. How do you think he would look like in a muzzle?
It's like question. He's a dog. He's our dog. He does have a collar on.
True. How do you get that?
I wonder. Let's take a good look at both of these sprites. Yes. They're so hot.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, honestly.
It's gray.
Trade puppets for him is crazy.
Quite fetching, dear.
He flashes his fangs with the tilt of his head.
Wouldn't get any use out of these, then.
Oh, are you gonna bite the skeletons through the bone?
Thank you for redeeming drink actual water.
They'll take it.
You're okay with him being your dog. He's our dog. Woof woof.
We got a dog, we got a bird, and we have Katya, which is very close to cat. So basically we have all... His eyes trail my throat. His eyes trail my throat. You're drooling. He's not, but he checks anyway, pressing the back of his wrist against his mouth. Maybe a muzzle isn't a bad idea.
He is very dog-coded.
I cross the catacombs, rows of... when they're not defending the cathedral. Not defending the cathedral. I peer into one of the empty caskets. A velvet-lined tomb for a creature who doesn't have skin. I scoff, slamming the lid down shut.
Did you hear that? I heard the lid slam shut.
It did. Arden is picking gemstones off another tomb and pocketing them.
Doing a bit of grave robbing, are we? Too pretty to be stuck down here. Look at how everybody's blushing already. Arden, blushing already.
Like pretty things.
That is a good way to get cursed, little bird. Born that way, can't get cursed. You don't know half the curses I do.
Curses are dark magic. The Templars wouldn't allow it.
You could live like a king with these riches, or the money spent here could feed half the villages in this country. You know what? No, we could live like kings. We don't care about the peasants, okay? We're not here for peasants.
Fuck the peasants.
They can fend for themselves.
They should have thought about that before they were born peasants.
Exactly, okay? Listen, all right? I'm not responsible for all of y'all. Y'all grown-ass adults. Most of y'all, all right? Exactly. The peasants can fend for themselves. We're gonna live like a king.
Yeah. We should come back with the wagon and ferry all of these things out of here. Could buy my own castle with the spoils.
The castles in this country are crumbling military forts. You could buy one with a satchel of spices. In my neck of the woods, they are magnificent. Oh, brag about it, why don't you?
He's like, I'm not a peasant. Your castle has terrible security.
Maybe I let you in. Oh.
Cassie's is French, by the way. Since when?
He is? Well, today he's British. I can't do a French accent.
Yeah, no one wants to do a French accent, okay?
You don't want to hear me try to do a French accent.
Real fast. Oh, sorry. I reach down and grab a large gemstone out of the eye socket of a skeleton. It gleams a rich red. I pocket it. Arden nods approvingly. I get to the back of the chamber and push open the final doors. There's a massive tomb that stands imposingly on a pedestal, and an ever-burning flame flourishes in each brazier that brackets it. Final resting place of St. Myron and our objective. I step into the room, one foot after the other.
Be careful.
Their voice echoes in the hollow chamber, bouncing off the stone walls. Slightest shake of nerves in my hand, and I ball them into a fist to make it stop. Are you sure it's here? I glance over my shoulder to where Cassius is leaning against the wall.
Would I lead you astray? Yes.
Turning back to the tomb, the outline of St. Myron is carved alongside the outside of the tomb. Feathered details are carefully engraved. This was a labor of love that they never got to see. I reach for the tomb. It was a dark, rainy evening when we approached the castle. It was a long ride to get there. I dismount my horse, splashing as I land. It's been a few weeks since the darkness came. It blanketed the sky as Verisil, the Vanquisher, first began to reform. Spread across the countryside, and I, as a member of House Duskworn, have to do whatever it takes to stop him and return the light to the land. And that includes recruiting the help of a vampire lord.
Yes, named Cassius.
Well, it looks like a vampire's castle.
Let's take a look at that. Wow.
Wow.
Very pretty.
I fall off immediately.
It does look kind of dangerous and old and slippery. In the rain. Look, the rain's actually coming down. It's animated.
It is.
I am certain this is the place. All of my readings detect an unusually powerful undead aura in the area.
Are you, and you're sure it's not a horde?
There would be multiple weak readings if it were.
Arden climbs down, having ridden on the back of my horse. They ruffle their feathers, sending rain droplets scattering.
I could just see like the bird movement. Hate the wet.
Same.
Maybe he has a nice, warm fire inside and will invite us in for dinner. That's what all the good vampire lords do, right?
She stays astride her horse, untouched by the rain, as a magical spell permeates around her to keep the rain off.
Can you give me some of that magic, please? I don't want to get wet.
No, for real. Let's share, Katya, please. I head up the long, winding trail to the castle. Arden following cautiously behind. The imposing gates stand in front of me as I draw my crossbow. I take a deep breath, seeing what I can detect. Wet grass, iron, and something else floral. Pointing my crossbow up to the rafters, there's a dark shape above us. Get back to the horses, Arden.
I don't want to leave you.
I wasn't asking. Go. They take off and I keep my crossbow pointed at the battlements as I step inside the gate. My voice rings out in the dark night.
Hi, Jambi. Welcome you, Stunner. Thank you for being here.
I'm not here to kill you. I come in peace. There's a voice that appears behind me before I could react. It's Penny.
That's the voice.
Yeah. I mean, we just
right on cue. Exactly, Greg. Woof. The crossbow looks very peaceful.
The bolts are not silvered or wooden stakes. What would they do against you? I press the point to its chest as I turn around. He stands there above me, eyes glowing in the darkness.
Yeah, Penny was just playing the part of Cassius.
Yeah.
He is a dog.
She does a good job.
I know the scent of House Dusksworn. Don't be foolish enough to think you can trick me. I am a Dusksworn, but I meant what I said. We need your help. Okay, Gray. Cassius, speak! Woof. Yes. Penny, do you want beef? Yes, of course you want beef. Well, come on over here and get it. Yes. I am a Dusksworn, but I meant what I said. We need your help.
Oh no! He laughs, and in a flash, the crossbow is ripped from my hands, and he's back at the battlement, staring down at me.
My help? Have the monster hunters hit their heads?
You
know what's happened.
You know what's happened. Oh man. I'm gonna have to just be in chat at this point. It's like getting really bad.
Yeah, okay, well, just chat away and like give us all of your insider scoops and stuff, okay?
Will do. I don't want to disrupt the stream any longer.
I'm sad that the technology didn't work out the way we were hoping it would. But I'm glad that you're here and I appreciate you, and I'm gonna keep your PNG right there because you're part of this.
I'm there.
He glances skyward. And you think I care? An unending darkness is the dream of any vampire. I raise my hands above my head and sink down to my knees. I come to you, begging for your help. I wouldn't have come if I didn't mean it. Please! In a flash, he's back in front of me, looking down, eyes heavily lidded. Now, isn't this interesting? You're quite pretty from that angle, you know. House Dusksworn chose a good one to send to my gates. Oh, you think I'm pretty? I look up at him with pleading eyes. We know that you've collected knowledge from ancient artifacts. We need to stop Verisil, whatever it takes. There's a rumor, old stories from the Templars about Raaaah and her last fight with him. His eyes sparkle with interest, recognition. You mean the Ichor? You know we're desperate. And it looks so good on you. Desperation? Oh. Are you saying I look good when I'm desperate? You know, that's my default setting, right? He reaches out a hand, slender fingers tilting my chin up. Oh, stop. You had to reset the router? Oh my gosh. I don't know if I should be offended or flattered. At that moment, I lunge forward, pulling out a collar from where it was tucked into the back of my shirt. His eyes grow wide as it's fixed around his throat. His fingers dig beneath it, trying to pull it off. He snarls, face twisting with rage. He lunges for me, snapping jaws right from my throat. Like that. But he can't break the barrier of my skin. I just stand there as he tries, his claws attempting to burrow into my abdomen. He's feral. I was correct when I labeled this flirty, feral, and locked in. He is flirty and he's feral. I was correct. That was accurate. Finished. What did you do? A protection collar. You can't lay a finger on me. You think you can collar a vampire lord? I don't think. I did. I love this Rue. Yes. Force him to his knees or apologize and explain. We're not apologizing to this man, no. No, okay? Maybe the Queen Katya. We'd be like, oh, forgive me, my queen. But not this man, okay? He's our dog. Force him to his knees. Yes. Exactly, Gray. F that. I yank him forward with magical compulsion as he stumbles, falling to his knees, hitting the muddy ground. You're right. You do look a lot better from that angle. Right back in his face. We just slapped him back. That was a clap back. Take that, vampire lord. Oh, yes. He looks up at me, rain streaking down his face, plastering his hair to his forehead. I don't need to beg for anything. I will command, and it will be done. You're going to lead me to the last known location of the Ichor of Yandere. You're not going to harm my companions, and you're going to help us battle the forces of Verasil and stop his return. That's right, little vampire man. I'm telling you what to do today. How dare you even try to boss me around? Obviously, you have no idea who you're really dealing with. You think I'll agree to that? Your tricks might protect you, but it doesn't stop my free will. What do I get in return? Maybe you'll get a treat if you're a good boy. To help save the world. Think of it that way. Bloodsucker. There won't be anyone left to eat if they're consumed by the forces of darkness. You'll get to keep eating. That's what you get. You could have asked nicely. As if I would trust a dog to not devour a steak the second my back is turned. I'm not taking chances that you'll get hungry. Real. That's what dogs do. Now listen, okay? Bo and Penny are very well trained. If I have something on the counter that's not for them and I turn my back, if I tell them to leave it alone, they will. But if they think I'm not coming back, they absolutely will go for it, especially Bo. Bo will be like, she's gone, right? Chomp. Penny might obey. She might be a very good girl and be like, oh, but mommy might be coming home soon. Oh, I really want it. Oh, but I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm going to be a good girl. And then maybe I'll get a secret snack when mommy comes home. Yes. Meanwhile, Bo's like, oh, she's gone. Nobody can see me, right? I'm just gonna come up here and I'm going to eat an entire stick of butter because they left the whole stick of butter out. Those idiots. They think I'm not gonna eat that. I'm gonna lick it all the way up and down the whole stick of butter. The whole stick of butter. And then we come back and we're like, what happened to the butter? There was butter way tucked back where dogs shouldn't be able to get it. But guess what? Guess who's sitting there? I say, hey buddy, wasn't there butter here a second ago? And then he'd be looking at me like this. I see. I'm like, Penny, do you know what happened to the butter? And she's like, meanwhile, he's like, Penny, don't sell me out. And I'm not even trying to dog shame. I'm just like, oh, there was butter here. Penny snitches. She be snitching. She be ratting him out. Yes, she does. You had a cat once who liked the entire top of the banana bread. Oh no, just the top, not the whole thing, just the top, the banana bread. She ain't going down for no man, that's real. Okay, Penny, since I said words that start with a T and end with a T, and words such as secret snack, here you go. As if I would trust a dog to not devour a steak the second my back is turned, I'm not taking chances that you'll get hungry. He actually laughs at that. There's a funny look that crosses his face as he takes me in really looks at me. Ooh, why are you looking at me like that? Exactly, the butter emoji. The butter emoji is killing me. Well, does it at least suit me? You know, it does. I'm not gonna lie. Look at his face. I love him. I love him. I'm obsessed. God, y'all, stop. I love him. He looks a little too into this, given the circumstances. Too well. He tilts his head. Looking for the ichor of the sun goddess? And what exactly do you plan on doing with that? He's so cute. He's grown on you. I'm obsessed with him. Okay. My hand touches the cold stone of the tomb. It shudders beneath my touch, and the grinding of stone rings through the chamber as it opens. He's like a fungus. There is no body in the tomb. Instead, there is a sealed, ornately decorated golden vessel. I take it in both hands, staring down at it. Arden steps forward nervously. Are you sure? Has to be me. It would burn the rest of you to ash. Quietly, I reflect on whether that's the reason that House Dusksworn permitted me to travel with 3 monstrous creatures. None of them could risk taking the ichor for themselves. You're playing a dangerous game, dear. I can't wait to watch. The last drops of the blood of Raaaah down a mortal's gut. What if it kills you? Varicella is gonna kill us all if we don't try. I uncork the ichor, and just as I'm about to reach it to my lips, I catch Cassius's eye across the room. He's watching in rapt anticipatory attention. I raise it in a toast to him for a moment before drinking the golden liquid. It burns! It's a slow burn, like the way whiskey drains down your throat, but it begins to grow and grow, hotter and hotter. I clutch at my throat, the jug falling from my hands and shattering across the stone floor. Gasping for air, Arden begins to rush for me, but I wave them away. I try to get a word out, but the heat bubbles through me that I can't even speak. It spread through my whole body. The burning, the fire. I feel it pumping through my veins. I see them glow beneath the surface of my skin like rivers running through the map of my body. I take a full breath, coughing and wheezing for a moment before getting to my feet. The heat still pumps within me, but with it, there is strength, power. Everything is sharper, brighter. I can feel the air pressed against my skin, and the memory of all who traveled in the cathedral. I squeeze my eyes shut, shaking off the sensation. Rue, in another life, you were one of those radio people doing the sound effects for radio plays, right? With like squishy sounds and stuff, you know? Biting into apples to be the vampire. Yummy. It was Raaaah who gave her blood and possibly her life to stop the Vanquisher the first time. Now that he's returned, our best chance is using it again. Only one other mortal ever drank of the ichor, and I'm standing in their tomb. How do you feel? My voice comes out in a rasp. Powerful. You'll need to be. You're glowing. They reach out, as if to touch but think better of it. I look down, a faint glow still shimmering on the surface of my skin. Satisfied? My information was correct. I'm not done with you yet. Oh, I hope not. He gives me a twisted smirk. Not so different from me now, are you, blood drinker? Oh my! That thought curdles in my stomach as we leave the cathedral. As I close the heavy doors behind us, I see that the stained glass mural has cracked in two. There's been no night and day cycle for some time. It's then difficult to tell when to rest and when to walk away. The endless gray sky growing ever darker. This is so pretty. Wow, I love these backgrounds. It's so pretty. You know, this almost kind of looks like a hike that I've been to. Kind of, sort of. Kinda. There's an ashen burning that stings my throat some days when I wake. It lies thick in the air. House dusk sworn believes the dark mountain erupted when Verisil awakened, unleashing his curse over the land. With his awakening, we know it's up to us to stop him before he spreads his influence further. His forces can be felt all across the country. But there has been no sign of him in a physical form. The last sighting was of him at the site of his death, those centuries ago, a mass of all-consuming shadow. I don't know what it'll have come to pass for his darkness, for Verisil himself to spread, but I can't take that chance. We have to find him, hunt him down at the death site and finish him off for good. We just need the right power to seal him away. The House of Dusksworn is a family who pass down their secrets and tools of the trade with each generation. Not just those by birth, but wanderers, adventurers, those who seek out the furthest reaches to push back the darkness. As a member, I have been trained to defend against supernatural threats and to swiftly dispatch them should the need arise. Regardless of how one joins the family, they're all given the name of Dusksworn. I joined later in life. I sought them out myself, wanting to learn how to fight and defeat the forces of darkness. They are my siblings in arms, and I can't let them down. We're taught not to trust magic or monsters, but to understand that even they can be helpful when desperation arises. And desperate is the word. Like I said, desperate is my default. It's what drove House Dusksworn to send me first to find the Witch of the Highlands, Grandma Kyle. She is rumored to be a powerful hag who practices the dark arts. Any mission with the intent to kill her would be fatal, as proven by many attempts. But one to seek out a deal, it might just spark her interest. But I never found her. I stand before the hut, deep within a dark forest. Arden perches in a tree, keeping watch above. They catch my gaze for a moment before I push open a mossy door. There's a heavy creak, and the sound of bubbling potions fills the air. That's bubbling potions. That's what that was. A croak of a toad sitting in the windsill startles me as I stood within the cottage. Herbs grow from the ceiling, and the air is musty and acrid. A cauldron boils on the fire. Hello? Grandma Kyle? Or Kylie? Or Kale? Grandma Kylie? From an archway covered by a heavy curtain, a woman appears. You're a little late. What do you mean? Who are you? She tilts her head, sizing me up. She takes a few steps closer, and suddenly the hut feels very claustrophobic. You like the eek? The creak? Whatever you think she can help with, it is impossible. Why's that? She turns away, stirring the cauldron. Dark smoke billows forth from it. She isn't here. I step up, refusing to be deterred. She shoots a look at me over her shoulder. I need the help of the Witch of the Highlands. Verisil the Vanquisher has awoken. We need her magic to help reseal him. Please, I need to speak with her. I've explained. She's gone. What do you mean, gone? Every time Katya's on stream. Katya! Hi, stunner. Hello, my queen. What can I do for you, Katya? I will do whatever you tell me to do. Okay? Listen, slay. All right? I'm at your disposal. Anything you want, it's yours. You think we were unaware of the Vanquisher's awakening? When his darkness spread, she left. Can she stop him? Or is she joining him? She shrugs, ladling the contents of the cauldron into green glass bottles. Lead me into the cage, please. Exactly, Joy. Yes. Oh, you have a cage ready for me? Oh, I'll go in there willingly if it's you. She does not share with me such plans. And who are you? You may call me Katya. I am Kylie's apprentice. She's taught you magic? Some. I'm not nearly as powerful. Katya, I've come a long way. Apprentice or not, the world needs your help. I told you, I do not hold her power. I grit my teeth. I came willing to offer a bargain to the Witch of the Highlands. Then I'm willing to do the same to you. How long until his darkness spreads here and beyond, takes everything you've ever known? Listen, you are going to help me. You should, because you have a selfish interest, right? Self-preservation. That should be enough for you to help me. Look, I need someone trained in magic. Someone powerful enough to stop him. Maybe you can't. But then we find another way. Maybe combined there's a chance. How inspiring. She checks her nails. A bargain, you said. The Dusksworn will help you and Grandma Kylie if you help us with this. There must be something we can offer in return. I'm certain there is. She looks me up and down, leaning back against the stone brick of her fireplace. Yes, I'm sure I can find a very good use for you. I feel a prickle of heat along my neck under her gaze. After the Vanquisher is defeated with your assistance. She holds out a slender hand and I take it, shaking it once. Her touch is cool and her eyes grow brighter. Deal. We've made a deal. Exactly, that's the emoji for her, the nails. I got a nail kit recently, y'all. I got a nail kit so I can have fly nails. I just have to take the time to actually use it, shape my nails, you know, get all fresh and everything. I even got press-ons. And I've never worn press-ons before in my whole life. I usually never do my nails. My hands are usually a mess. But I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna try to glam up. As we make camp to rest for what passes as night these days, I watch the apprentice mage as she sorts through her pack. Where do you think Kylie is now? She blinks a moment and then shrugs. I would hardly know. She isn't exactly forthcoming. Even with her apprentice? Is this a conversation or an interrogation? I'm only asking because it's important. Her magic. It might be enough to blind Verisil for long enough to banish him. Banish! Bone brought her banish Verisil. Rue has decided to banish. It would, if her grimoire hadn't been stolen. Stolen? By whom? Exactly, Joy. Banish Verisil. Does Verisil have a sprite? Am I going to meet this Verisil creature? An old rival. Witches are rather vindictive, known to hold a grudge. If she is anywhere, then she's out looking for that or killing her rival. Do you know where to find this rival of hers? Perhaps I can consult my readings. That should be our next target. I will need specific materials for a more accurate scrying ritual. If you can help me find those, then I can find a precise location. Whatever it takes. She smiles at that, like a cat that ate the canary. Good. I take a seat to warm myself by the fire, but the chill no longer has the same sting. I feel the warmth pulsating through my body. I look at my hand, my skin. Just beneath the surface, there is golden light burning through my veins. The blood of a goddess. Everything feels different now. My eyes are clearer, sharper. There's the scent of ash in the air. I feel stronger than I ever have, steadier on my feet. I won't know until our next fight. But I feel as though I could scale a mountain. Raaaah is no longer here to stop the darkness. If I have to do it instead, then so be it. To be changed is a small price to pay. And it's hardly a bad change at all. I know not what the other side effects will arise. But for now, I will take the boons where I can get them. I really love the music in this game. My eyes sweep across the rest of my companions. Listen, okay, y'all. I want to pursue Cassius. So I think that he's the one that I will talk to. Yes, perhaps I should save it, though. There. Talk to Cassius. I approach Cassius, who is the furthest from the campfire's warmth. He's lounging on his bedroll, sharp eyes following me like a cat. Oh, I can flirt with all, freely, with no consequence. But if you just want to do one, you can. Okay, well, I'm flirting with everyone then. Everyone! I used to live in a castle. Now you have me running around the highlands without so much as a tent. You don't even need to sleep. Quit whining, Cassius. I still need to rest to conserve my energy. It can't be that different from the coffin you used to reside in. Ooh, tell him, girl. A velvet-lined plush coffin with satin sheets. It's bougie, is what he's telling us. If there were any less fussy vampires with ancient historical knowledge in the region, I would have asked them instead. He is very bougie. If I am so unsuitable, you can try your luck with another vampire lord. I promise they are not so agreeable as I. Though, I wonder, I've given you what knowledge I possess, and yet I am still here. Yes, you are, Pookie. You're still here. Ha ha ha. You're not going anywhere. I still have use for you. Do you now? His tongue runs along the points of his fangs. I'd like to hear what those uses are. You're not subtle. Blush flirt. I can blush flirt, I can be direct and flirt, or I can be like, you're useful for the mission. Oh, we're flirting. I'm totally flirting. These are both flirts, right? Just different styles of flirtation. Yes. Listen, okay? I'm not gonna not sass this man, okay? We started off sassing him, and we're going to finish sassing him. You're not subtle. Oh. First it's, I can't survive out here without a tent. And now it's, let's explore our bodies on nothing but a bedroll. Well, if you're offering, I haven't had a human in a very long time. I'll show you how different I am from those skeletons. Oh, boy. Yes. It might be a good distraction. He perks up, eager, just like a dog. I can see him wagging his tail. I step forward, fingers ghosting against his chest. He watches me through heavy-lidded eyes, which trail to my neck. My eyes are up here. He totally matches the freak. Yes, he does. It snaps him back into focus. He pushes eagerly into my touch. I hover close for a moment and then pull away. We're not sleeping together. Ever. Well, I didn't say never. But not tonight. House Dusksworn warns against close relationships with any creature of the night. That certainly includes being entangled beneath the sheets. They're afraid of a good time. They just know that vampires seduce their victims before the bite. It was only an offer for a little bit of loosening up. That's all. You can keep trying. At least you're entertaining. I aim to please. So, what was it like? Drinking the ichor? What else? It burned. Does it burn for you? Only if the person is deceased. Only if they're sick. No, it should go down smoothly. I almost couldn't finish. I could barely stomach it. I'm surprised I've kept it down. You're sure the ichor wasn't swapped out for vinegar? I'm certain I could tell the difference. Okay. You could have given me a taste. I could have confirmed. No, you just want the power for yourself. I'm not giving that to you. No. What do you think? I was born yesterday? Who do you think I am? Listen. No. I couldn't risk that. It would hardly transform me like it would a human. And I think That's such a hard word to say. Dusksworn. And I think House Dusksworn would kill me if I even left that to chance. Could you think of anything more blasphemous than the blood of Raaaah running through a vampire's veins? I think there'll be plenty of blasphemy before this is up. I love him. Whatever it takes, and maybe there's room for experimentation down the road. I give him a firm nod and turn back to the campfire. It's time to talk to Lady Katya. I find myself gravitating back to Katya as she's finished placing all of her strange instruments and ingredients away neatly in her case. Back so soon? Be careful, Rue. I might think you like my company. Oh, yeah. I was just curious. What's there to be curious about? I'm an open book. Did you ever make a deal with Kylie? A witch doesn't operate without asking something in return. A witch is different from a hag. Oh, please educate me. Hags use dark magic and curses. They make deals. They brew potions. They create covens. Witches are like any magic user and usually operate independently. Witches can be reasoned with. Hags are dealt with. By making a deal or killing them. They're more dangerous. She chuckles at that. Your definitions seem arbitrary. Life is not so black and white. You never really answered. So you made a deal with her? What did she ask in return? A master-apprentice deal is very simple. I assist her, and she grants me knowledge. Did she take a lock of my hair? Perhaps she has quite the collection. Fingernails, hair, skin. I think she would have quite liked a token from you. My body parts. Only the things that can regenerate. Though, with this new magic running through your veins, I wonder what else might grow back. That's not magic. Isn't it? Does that frighten you? To think of yourself as a witch? I'm not a witch. I wasn't born with magic. Touchy. It's not such a terrible thing, you know. In fact, it would be quite curious to examine the ichor's effects on your body. I wouldn't mind a small sampling. All I would need is a few strands of hair, a token, as it were. A token of affection. All yours. You just want to play with my hair, just admit it. You just want to play with my glorious pink locks. Okay, I can tell. She smiles and leans in, slender fingers brushing my hair as I stay very still. She hums, her sharp fingernails parting a few strands, her breath tingling against my neck as I close my eyes and shiver at the sensation. She does want to play with my hair. Am I too close? No, it's fine. I feel the brush of her fingertips on my skin as she finally pulls a few strands loose. She rolls them between pinched fingers. I'll take very good care of these. I would expect nothing less. Am I to expect a plethora of hexes coming my way now? She chuckles, a warm sound. I would make a rather poor companion if I were to do such a thing to the one who's protecting us. I notice that's not a no. There's plenty of use for magic your house Dusksworn has never even thought of. Perhaps you and I will explore it sometime. Oh, explore, she says. Together, yes. She places my hair in a glass container, carefully sealing it and tucking it away. She's prepared. Where did that glass container come from? Do you have a backpack? Do you have a satchel? Do you have pockets? Do you have pockets? Really small pockets hidden away on your thighs? That's where she keeps it, okay? She's got a pouch on her thigh, you know, like a black leather strap, you know? And she just kind of like reaches through her skirt to grab a bottle, a vial, has it on the ready, you know? You know, she's like reaching into her clothes. All of a sudden, you know, she's like this. Oh, yes, I have that right here. Let me just take some of your hair and put it inside of this vial. Yes, let me just tamp it down in there. Yes. That's what she did. That's where she keeps it. She keeps it right there for safekeeping. That's where it was the whole time. Yep, I figured it out. That, like, where else is she gonna put it? It's either a black strap leather pouch hidden on her thigh, or it's right there, you know? Right there. I cross my arms. We'll be up early. Try and get some rest. I've never had an issue with it. I look across the camp. We're gonna talk to Arden now. Hi, Arden! I approach the harpy by the campfire. Their wings fold over themselves for warmth. They look up as I approach, quickly getting to their feet. You don't need to get up. They shrug. In case you wanted to sit, or you needed me to do something. It's near bedtime, and I could have just sat beside you. Well, everything has been different lately. They're not wrong. Everything has been turned in on its head as of late. These are unusual times, but not so different from our time on missions for House Dusksworn. This is just a larger mission in terms of scale. They hum. A lot more dangerous. Usually we would just help someone, or you would kill a monster. We're still helping someone. A lot of someone's, and I think I'll be killing a lot of monsters. There's only one that matters, though. You can't kill Verisil. He's a god. If I can, I will. If I can find a way. If anyone can do it, you can. Oh, thank you, Arden. You're the nice one around here. You're not trash like the others two over here. You're like the rest of them. We've got trash A and trash B, and you're not trash at all. You've always put your faith in me. You're capable. Can you blame me? Oh, look at that cute blush. Stop. Stop. Oh. I want to hug this one. I just want to hug this one. I want to hug you, Arden. Could be a big hug. When you're having a bad day, you know, you're having a bad day. You don't feel like dealing with trifling drama or bad attitudes, okay? You just need somebody to listen to you, to give you a hug, and to tell you that you can do it. You got this. You go to Arden. That's who you go to for that. Real. Did you think we'd be fighting a god when we first met? Well, there weren't any back then. Arden's been a companion of mine ever since I saved them, after they had been abandoned by their flock. The matriarch of House Duskswarm wasn't too pleased that I had a monster traveling with me on missions, but soon realized Arden was no threat, so long as I kept their appetite in line. As long as we keep Pookie well-fed, everything's fine. Fine! We have more people around. They're not bothering you, are they? They narrow their eyes. So it started off as the two of us, and then the other two joined the party? Is that how this went? They enjoy making little remarks. They are both eager to interject. At my expense. You're so fun to tease. I smile at that. Yes, I could see that. You are rather easy to tease, Arden. And then the blushiness, okay? You blush. You blush too easily. And then the rest of them vultures can't help themselves. They let out a startled blah blah. They let out a startled squawk at that, ears burning. Wah! Wah! I'm sorry, I did you dirty with that squawk. Yeah, I did you dirty with that. I am. I've barely said anything, and you're already all flustered. I reach out, smoothing the feathers down on their wing, and they go stiff as a rod. They let out a weak squeak this time. See? A few touches to your feathers and you can barely even get out a word. Before they can take off into the night sky, I release my hold. They are very soft. You should let me pet them more often. I love petting your feathers. I need to work on my squawking. Caw! Caw! You can, if you want, or not. Whatever you want. Oh, stop. They can't handle me. Their words come out in a jumble. I just laugh at them. Better not let Katya or Cassius hear. Their face darkens. These people are gonna call HR on you groping them. No, they're not, Milky. You wanna know why? Because they're all yanderes, okay? Listen, if anyone's calling HR on anyone, it's MC. Real. There's no HR out here. Real. I wouldn't want them touching my wings. Katya has surely already stolen some of your feathers, I hate to tell you. They let out a groan, and I reach out, trailing my fingers along the edge of their wings. That's all right. It can be our thing. Our thing. They repeat, testing the words. Sometimes I miss when it was just us. Yes, just us. Their eyes follow my fingertips, shivering against my touch. You could take feathers if you wanted. I'm not a witch. Yes. I meant... I know. They're prettier on you, though. And they're right back to their flustered state. Yeah. We are relentless. Listen, we're just going through this camp, and we're literally hitting on everybody. Everyone! Full flirting with all of them. That's what we're doing. We're flirting our way through a Yandere camp. Try and get some rest. Lots more travel ahead. I'll do my best. Poor Arden. Arden's poor heart. Arden can't handle me. We're getting everyone burked up. Exactly, Milky. I'm living life on the edge. I'm going toe to toe with a whole bunch of yanderes. They fold their wings protectively around themselves and turn back to the campfire. I take a deep breath looking over the camp. It's time to sleep. I can feel the exhaustion piling up, my body still adjusting to the new roiling power in my veins. I look down at my hand, opening and closing into a fist. I can feel the power! I can feel something else. I can't put my finger on it. Maybe it's what magic feels like. The thought doesn't thrill me. But if it helps save the world, then what do my feelings matter? I take a swig of water and curl up in my bedroll to sleep, as I feel 3 pairs of eyes watching as I drift off. Everyone's watching me fall asleep. That's not disconcerting at all. Look at this place. How pretty and adorable and cute is this? Is this like a photograph that has like cool looking artsy paint filters on it? Because it's like perfect. Look at this steam, it's animated. There's smoke rising out of the chimney. Wow. I love it. It's so creative. I like the creative use of mixed media. You use a lot of edited, filtered photos. I love that. I love that a lot. It's so smart. It's so smart. We've been traveling all morning, and the ache in my legs never quite fades. I brush ash off of my cloak, wiping it from my hands, crinkling my face in disgust. There's a windmill up ahead, the first sign of life I've seen in a while. But something stops me in my tracks, a feeling, an itch on my senses. I catch a scent in the air, decay, rot. My eyes drift upwards to the plumes of smoke rising. Eyes up! My companions steady themselves with my warning. Arden hops forward beside me. I could just see that bird hop, you know? That's what Arden did. A bird hop. Bad smell in the air. I ready my crossbow, crossing over the fence and into the farm. The smoldering ruins of the farmhouse burned with embers. The smoke trails heavy across the land. My fingers brush along what was once grain, is now ash. The bodies of farm hands lay mutilated on the ground. Arden stops and inspects, holding an arm. They sniff it, wrinkling their face with a wince and suppressing a gag. Not fresh. A few days old by now. Tainted. Look here, now. Kneeling in the dirt, Katya brushes aside the ash. She rubs it between her fingertips. What am I supposed to be looking at? Toxins. They've ruined the fields. Not only did they burn the crops, but the fertile soil has been poisoned from their corruption. Shit. I jog forward, seeing in the distance what was once a field for cattle and swine, the bodies of all of the livestock stacked in a burning pile. The low crackle of embers fills the air, and the acrid smoke burns in my throat. Right at the front of the door of the burned farmhouse, there's a monstrous creature. Purple, gray skin, swollen and strong, with a face still kept in a snarl. It has a pitchfork jammed through its throat, its hands limp at its side. Oh my gosh. Hi, you know. You're back and I know what time it is. What time is it, you stunner? Is it dog time? Is that what time it is? I crouch beside it, brows furrowed. I've never seen a monster such as this before. Oh my gosh. This section too. Y'all, I have to read the next line in the crazy cat voice. Yep. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Does this work? Yes, it does. Yes, this is excellent. I have never seen a monster such as this before. Arden peers over my shoulder, brows dripping in concern.
Yep, that's what happened. That's what happened. Y'all, that's the new one. That's the new crazy cat voice. That's what we're doing. That's going on the board. It's going on the board forever and ever. It's called Banana. It's called Banana. It's exactly how the game was intended. Yes, it's coming back. Okay, hold on. We need more of that. I gotta back it up. I have to back it up a little bit. Here we go. It's all serious right here. A dead monster.
Right at the front door of the burned farmhouse, there's a monstrous creature. Purple gray skin, swollen and strong, with a face still kept in a snarl. It has a pitchfork jammed through its throat. Its hands limp at its sides. I crouch beside it, brows furrowed. I have never seen a monster such as this before. Arden peers over my shoulder, brows dripping in concern.
Yep, there you go. The snarl. Yeah, unfortunately, because Joy's connection crapped out, and so we lost Joy. Yep, Joy crashed. It got wrecked. It did. The voice is so peak. Here's another one that's unhinged that I have, but I like, oh, never mind. Nope. Half of my voices are like unusable for some reason. But listen, we have Banana, and that's all that matters. Let us continue our story. Poor Joy's in the afterlife. Joy crashed out and then came back as an angel PNG because we still had to appreciate Joy's presence. Right here. You're still with us, okay? Joy's in in angel form in the chat, okay? Yes. Arden peers over my shoulder, brows dripping in concern. Not from here, reeks of unnatural. You clipped it. I glance to Cassius, hoping he has something to give in terms of answers. He spares a glance over it, eyes sweeping across the mutated form. A daemon. During his last invasion, there were reports of an army summoned by the Vanquisher to enact his will. Monstrosities born of flesh and darkness and death. Even he looks a little unnerved, and it does little to settle my stomach. I shut my eyes. Exactly, it's time to lock in. It's the harvest season. Everything has to be stored to survive the winter. The thought strikes me as I take off to the farmhouse, finding a cellar in the back. The wooden latch has been kicked in, and I climb down the ladder. Arden follows quickly, holding a lantern down so I can see. All of the barrels and crates storing any of the harvest have also been destroyed. My hands shake in quiet rage as I climb back up. This isn't just an awakening of a mad god who would see his wrath across the world. It's an invasion by an intelligent entity and his army. They're weakening you. No food, no armies. People will turn on each other in desperation to feed their families. He knows how to win a war. If the demons don't kill everyone, the famine will. His teeth sink into his bottom lip as his brows dip in concern. Malnourished blood is disgusting. You're the bougiest vampire there ever was. The bougiest vampire I've ever met, ever. Listen, I've met a lot of vampires, and Cassius is the bougiest one of them all. Of all of them, bougie. He's even bougier than Silas was. Even bougier than Silas. And Silas was bougie. Even if we stop Verisil, it won't fix the soil. It won't bring anyone back to life. Hello again, artisan. They're just cannibals that drink. Exactly, Joy. That's right. Like if the definition of a cannibal is that you partake of human for sustenance, that's what a vampire does. Okay? All right? It's just some cannibals eat solids, you know, and some cannibals drink. Even if we stop Verisil, it won't fix the soil. It won't bring anyone back to life. Katya holds up a hand, steadying me. There is much to lose. Take a breath. I do, the smell making my stomach churn. The soil, will it kill anyone who grows from it? Katya looks lost for the first time. Her voice comes out sharp, and she grits her teeth. We won't know until it's too late. It's a cruel thing. I believe it would be a slow death. Not enough to kill, enough to harm, drawn across generations. He wants us all to suffer. Arden's wings ruffle. He's very bird-like. They're very bird-like, excuse me. Everyone's going to die. Nobody knows how bad it is, but they'll be spread too thin. There aren't enough to be everywhere at once. We have to get the word out to the cities. Everyone needs to take refuge there and bring what harvest they can with them. And how do you suppose you'll do that? Well, there's a small town, Lilithra, a couple days from here. We need to make haste. The birdie. Everyone's gonna die, says Arden. Baby, please. We're all gonna die. We're all doomed. Katya, I know we still need to find your ritual site, but... I know. This takes precedence. There's a member of House Dusksworn who lives there. His name is Garrett. I know him during my training. He'll know how to spread the word around. He'll have a Dusksworn rookery. Garrett? Why does that name sound familiar? I glance behind me at the burned farmhouse, taking in the sight of the devastation. I feel sad or angry. I feel angry. Rage boils up inside of me, and I kick the demon's head as hard as I can. With the extra power now coursing through my veins, the neck snaps and lolls to the side as I let out a scream in anger. Makes you feel better? I'd gladly do it to a live one if I had one on hand. Keep that anger, relish in it. It will keep you focused. Maybe someone I played Gwent with all night long were a monster hunter named Garrett. Oh, It says I had a feeling I knew that name. Listen, okay? Listen. We played an O2A2 game a few months ago called Wounded Wildflower. And there was this really super hot warrior hunter guy. We got injured and he patched us up and walked us home. And then after that, the Rue edit appeared, okay? Listen, the Rue edit, I invited him into my little cottage. And then we played Gwent all night long. Yes, we played Gwent so hard. Oh, I've never played Gwent like that with anyone else in my life. You don't know if I'm trolling? What do you mean, trolling? Did you know that Vigo broke his toe during that scene? I did know that. He did. Listen, y'all. Asuna, you need to watch The Lord of the Rings. Okay, Asuna, when you watch this recording, here's what your homework is. After you're done watching this VOD, the whole thing, okay, you need to go and watch The Lord of the Rings, okay? Go stream it somewhere, okay? There's like, it's on Netflix or something probably. Or somewhere. It's somewhere, okay? Watch The Lord of the Rings, all three of them. You're gonna need all weekend to do it though, because they're long. They're long, and you need to see. Yeah, Asuna hasn't seen it. Okay, listen. There's this scene in there where Viggo Mortensen, who plays Aragorn, he got really angry and he kicked a helmet or something. Well, he actually broke his toe when he did that kick, and he did a really epic scream, yell of anger, but it was also a yell of pain. They just kept it in the edit. Sexy, sexy man. Exactly. It's a classic Lord of the Rings joke. I relish in punishing those who deserve it. Yeah, exactly. Gray said it. Asuna, watch The Lord of the Rings right now. I spit on the demon. Vericel is at the top of the list. I look toward Cassius. My gaze goes back to him. Then you will. You'll punish any who stand in our way. Yes, we'll punish them. And we'll flirt together while we do it. It'll be maddening. Exactly, Gray. Hawk twa! That's a good one. That's a good one. It's like written out. It's a written out spit. Help. You're angry. Good. Stay that way. It's a good look on you. I envy the vanquisher if he can inspire such passion in you. It's not about passion, it's about justice. Whatever you call it, keep it. Leaving the farmhouse behind, we head back on the road with urgency in our pace. Y'all in the chat are killing me. There's unhinged laughter happening in the chat right now. Joy is like, oh my god, stop. Don't spit your ice cream out. Laughing. Laughing and crying and eating ice cream. The wind blows heavy ash, and I tie a scarf around the lower half of my face to block it out. It makes my eyes sting, and I pour a little bit of water to rinse them out, blinking heavily. There's a chill in the air, like the world is waiting for snow, but it never comes. We pass by barren trees, withered, blackened leaves covering the brown grass. You choked. Arden hops over, just like a bird, examining a cluster of trees. They're unwell. They won't grow back right. I stop to look at the trunks, and an oily black tar-like substance leaks out of the tree. Katya sticks her fingers right in it, examining it. She's like this. Stick my finger in the gross tar, and then pick it up and be like, Just like they do in detective movies, you know? In sci-fi movies and detective stuff. And there's something gross and goopy, they're always like this. What is that goop on the wall? I don't know. Maybe it came from the alien. I must examine it. And then they take their finger and they swipe it up and they sniff it and they lick it, you know? Like every time, they always have to taste it. And it's like, dude, why did you have to taste that? You don't know where that came from. That thing could be full of germs for all you know. And they're sitting there. Yes, it is from the alien. It's from the alien. Gross. Great. I'm allowing that. Detroit became human Connor moment. The mod. This is what the bot did not like. Katya likes to stick her fingers in things. That is genuinely Katya, though. She's right. Watch in the next line. I'm expecting her to lick it off of her finger as she's examining it. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm ready. I'm ready. I don't think you should touch. Oh, you already are. She pulls it between her fingers. Sticky. Start of a blight. It'll continue to spread and spread. It won't kill the trees, but it will mutate them forever. She pulls out a cloth and wipes her hands clean, tossing the soiled rag to the ground. She's littering. And what's it going to do to you? She chuckles dismissively. I'm stronger than a tree, dear. She's so hot and so gross. Real. We have sticky things on our fingers. She's got sticky fingers. She does, Milky. Well, when you start vomiting black gunk, don't say I didn't warn you. I wish you had written her licking it. like, yes, it's the blight. I pull away from the trees, readjusting my scarf as I let out a wheezy cough. I actually did need to let out a cough, too. I cleared my throat. Arden gives me a look of concern. Are you all right? Just the ash? I clear my throat with a huff. Gray? Oh, naughty. We'll be able to clear it out. We'll never be able to clear it out. Shaking my head, I wipe my eyes again as we head back along the road. As we get back on the road, the monotonous journey begins to eat at me. I glance around at my companions instead. Cassius! I'm surprised House Dusksworn doesn't do this more often. Do what? Slender fingers fiddle with the leash and collar. He totally has a leash and a collar on. He doesn't just have a collar on, y'all. He also is leashed. Yep, I've got him on a leash. I'm walking him like a dog. Collar more monsters. You are a special case. They don't have an interest in controlling monsters in any other circumstances. Just killing them? What do you want me to say? That I'm not a monster hunter? That I would never kill a vampire? I round on him. How many people have you killed? He shrugs, a flick of his hair. I've lived centuries. There are too many to count. Then I'm not playing the morality game with you. He tilts his head with a grin, faux innocent. Oh, so it's all a game to you. Oh, I'm yanking the leash. That's what I'm going to do. Take that, yank. I tug the collar closer. Yanking him forward, he lets out a moan. Oh, I like it when you play rough. Bark for me, Cassius. I pull again, forcing him onto the ground. Teeth sink into his bottom lip as he looks up at me with hooded eyes. Just like that. Someone should toss him down the hill. I'm not doing that. I'm not tossing him down the hill. Listen, I'd rather drag him around by his collar than do that. I slip a finger around the collar, pulling his face up closer to mine. His eyes dart across my features, hungrily. That's why it was so easy to slip the collar around your neck. My face hovers near his for a moment, watching the sharp fangs glint in the dim light. This is unhinged. Not only did y'all make him a yandere, he's not just a yandere, no. He's also a bougie vampire lord. A dark bougie vampire lord. Not only that, y'all put him with a collar and a leash on him and connected him to the MC. And then, not only that, y'all seriously let us yank this man around by his collar. Flirty and feral. It's so unhinged. Not only is this a yandere game, you know what people want. Yes, you do. Pew, 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 pew. Hi, Cassius. My face hovers near his for a moment, watching the sharp fangs glint in the dim light. I'm certain it's not the first time. How often does the vampire lord Villeneuve get on his knees? Don't act like you hate the power. And you. I tug him a little closer, and he lets out a weak moan again. Ugh. Like that, it's been stripped away from you. All these little games you play, trying to rile me up, so I'll push you just a little bit harder. You think I don't know what you're doing? Don't stop. I push my fingers through his hair as he tilts his head up to watch me. I've brought you here on a mission to save the world, if you recall. And with it, all of life's pleasures. Can you blame me? Does it matter if the world is saved for the wrong reasons, so long as it is saved? The reasons being that you want me in your bed. People will peddle you for tales of glory and honor. I have no such snake oil to sell. Use me as you wish. Oh, careful. I just might. He just gives me a fanged grin. Can you two get a freaking room? Maybe we should. I pull away from him, shaking my head. I let out a long breath, turning away. It's time to talk to you, Katya. Don't be jealous, okay? I fall in step with Katya, and she spares me a sidelong glance. Penny and Katya both judging. Penny, quit judging me. Did you travel much before this? I've been all around the world. One can hardly learn all there is in some place. Grandma Kylie must have found an excellent, experienced student in you. She only tolerates the company of the best. Is that why she isn't here? She chuckles darkly. You do yourself little credit. I find you fascinating. Fascinating? I have met many a mercenary and hunter. In every country around the world, you will find organizations just like House Duskscorn. Most are cowards, profiting off of people's fear for a sack of gold. Bring the witch's head. Who cares if she is guilty of any crime other than magic? Real people be trifling like that. Is it such a crime to just have possession of magic? Is that really so bad? We cannot afford to be picky about our allies in times like these. Maybe it will be enough to spark change. Well, I find you just as fascinating. Perhaps it will, if people saw what I do, that there is wonder in the unknown. I'm certain minds would be swayed. It is why you fascinate me. You have a curious heart for a killer. I pause, choosing my next words carefully. We aren't just one part of ourselves. We are the collection of our experiences. It's why I seek you out. The fact that you are so worldly, that you know much more than I when it comes to matters of the arcana. Is that the only reason you seek my company? Well, I enjoy the sound of your voice. That takes her aback, and she chuckles, and it's music to my ears. Perhaps you will regale me with your tales of your travels. I would very much like to hear of them. As a bedtime story. If you wish to bunk together, I won't stop you. It gets awfully cold at night. Do you say that to all the girls? Only the prettiest ones. You are a flirt. Can you blame me? She eyes me up like I'm her next meal, tilting my chin up with a finger. I am a snack. One of these days, I shall recount my adventures to you. Not tonight. I must keep you wanting more, after all. She lets me go. This will be a curious adventure regardless. One to add to the stories. Let it have a happy ending. Endings are not happy or sad. They just done. Regardless of how this one ends, I will take my lessons from it. I leave her in peace. Did you like that, Joy? Don't panic now. Listen, okay, I'm method acting. I am Rue after all. Arden has flown off. The first time they had done so, I had worried they would return. They would not return. But they did. They always did. This time, when they land in front of me, they have a heavy water skin freshly filled. Like a water bottle? Is that what that is? A water skin? For your throat. Oh, Arden. No one else got me something helpful. No, they did not. The rest of these trifling folks, these other yanderes, all they did was sass me. That's all they did. But not Arden, okay? Arden is sweet, okay? Yeah, exactly. Arden brought us ye old water bottle. I am grateful and take a deep drink. Fresh, clear water helps wash the ash away and soothes the irritation. I did drink the blood of a creature, goddess thingy, radiation, something. It was radiation. I drank radiation in the beginning of this. Water! Irritation and radiation rhyme. Someone needs to put these into song lyrics. Better. Yes, thank you. You needn't go out of your way. I'm fast. It's worth it. Oh, maybe you can carry me. Next time you should take me with you. Their eyes widen, letting out a startled laugh. Oh, I don't know. Am I too heavy? I give them a playful smile as they shake their head. I can carry a lot more than you think. Oh, I know. Harpies have been known to carry away livestock and humans alike to feast on. Would I make a good meal? They cover their face with a wing, and I place a hand amongst the feathers, grinning cheerfully. That's the true reason you're bringing me water, so I'll be hydrated when you eat me. Yes, it is, Gray. It's a naughty night. They drag a hand down their face, glowing at the ears and mumbling. They're so even. That blush is all the way across the face. All the ears, the cheeks, all of it. It's all the maximum blush. I'm not gonna eat you. Trying to do something nice. I know, I'm just teasing you. A bit disappointed, but mostly teasing. I twirl a strand of their silky hair around my finger, and they look anywhere but my face. Their hair is so long and soft looking. Where should we go when you carry me away? A nice private place, I think. Private? They can't handle me. They can't handle me. I'm too much for them. They insist, and I follow their gaze, where Katya is rolling her eyes at this display of flirting. She whispers something to Cassius, who laughs. Arden frowns and steps over to block their line of sight with their wings. It's always Katya. Katya is always the first one to step in and be like, you know, like interrupting us. Katya is the first to interrupt. I can find somewhere nice. I can carry you right now if your feet are sore. Oh, you're so precious. I laugh. Wouldn't want to get too far ahead of the others. Maybe some other time, so it's special. Special. They fiddle with the same lock of hair I had wrapped around my finger. We walk for about an hour. I stop to stretch for a moment, relieving the ache in my muscles and stiffness in my joints. Something up ahead. I frown, following their gaze as they fly up, hovering over a shape in the distance. When I catch up, I see it's an overturned cart, a merchant's cart, with the cargo looted. There are loose cabbage leaves and stale bread left behind. The merchant in the front had her throat cut, left to rot on the ground. They're all wrapped around my finger. All wrapped around my little finger. Doesn't smell like Verasil's forces. Verasil, that's what I've been saying this whole time. Doesn't smell like Verasil's forces. Now, she raised out a hand, dark magic swirling from her fingertips as she unearths another body from the other side of the wagon. A bandit with a dagger still in his chest hangs limply in its magical grasp. All human. I let out a curse under my breath as she drops the body with a heavy thump. They probably didn't get far. Just be on guard. I pick up the bread, hoping to find something salvageable, but it's riddled with mold. I wipe my hands and leave it alone. It's not long after I've fallen asleep that night that I dream. I can feel myself there, looking down and recognizing my own hands in this strange white space around me. There are two figures in the distance, and a force beyond me is pulling me toward them. There's a figure in armor and a woman in white with flowing golden hair. It's too dangerous, my lady. I care not about the danger. I do. We cannot afford to lose you. Everything will be lost if I don't. One sacrifice is worth the world. Not to me. They kneel before her, and she places a hand on their cheek. My Sundrop, you must let me go. They look up with their eyes blazing. Never! The night fades from view, and the woman in white stands quietly for a moment. Then her eyes snap to me. And it's like looking into the sun. Ah! An oppressive heat washes over me and I crumple to my knees. Wind howls around me as she stares me down with the force of a burning star. Heretic, Harbinger. Is it Harbinger or Harbinger? I think it's Harbinger. The words ring out from all directions like the toll of a bell. I clutch my ears to block out the sound curling in on myself. I wake up, gasping for air, sitting straight up in bed. My eyes are blurry and my heart is hammering in my chest. I can still see sunspots dancing in my vision. Ah, it's Harbinger. There's noise. I blink, trying to focus, trying to wake up. The fire is burning. Cassius is yelling something, but my ears are still ringing from the bell. Time slows down. There's a flash of blood that arcs through the air. An arrow whizzes by, striking the tree behind Katya. Dark magic begins to swirl in her hands. Arden flaps above us, taking flight. Under attack! My body moves before my mind can catch up. I grab the crossbow from where it's always tucked beneath my bedroll and load it. I fire off into the darkness, striking true as I run up. I expect to see demons, not scruffy-looking humans in patchwork armor. I crack my fist against a jaw and reload as some of them go scrambling back. What the heck? One of them screams as Cassius charges them, teeth bared and claws outstretched. Frickin' vampire! One of them plunges a sword right into his chest, but it's not enough to stop Cassius' hand from clenching around their throat. Arden grabs one with their talons, and the man writhes and screams as they drop him. One swings an axe at me, but I grab the handle and twist his arm. His eyes widen in terror as he severely underestimated how strong I am. I shove him back, and he lands hard, dirt flying up all around him. I point my crossbow at his chest, and he raises his hands. That's me pointing my crossbow. Stop! Stop! Please! Give me one good reason why I should. Because I'm surrendering! Around us, the combat comes to a lull. The remainder of the vagabonds also back up as they are corralled by the rest of my group. Why did you attack the camp? For supplies, that's all. Food, fresh food, weapons. Don't think you're all sorts. His breath comes out in wheezy gasps. Monsters, all of you. I'm a Dusksworn. Then what the frick are you gonna do with them? What the heck are you doing with them? He nods, his head in the direction of the other three. You're not in the position to be questioning me, thief. Joy's like absolute cinema. We're desperate! Crops have gone to shit! Food's gone spoiled, we have to stay alive! We found a merchant, dead, along the road earlier. Your band's handiwork? He dips his head. You're starving, you're scared. We're all flippin' hungry. You're vultures. His brow twists with anger, and in a flash his axe lunges toward me. I put my bracer up just in time to defend my face. It leaves a gnashy gasp. I'm like, whoosh, whoosh. Ha! I'm like Wonder Woman. He doesn't have a second to admire his handiwork before my crossbow bolt finds his heart. Right here. Pew! There comes the arrow, right into the chest. Glowing golden blood drips from the wound, and the other bandits stare up in terror. We all stare at each other, nobody making a move. They won't stop. It doesn't matter how intimidating you think you are. Verisil will always be worse. Do I spare them or do I kill them? Listen, okay? I'm not a nice MC tonight, okay? I am not a spring chicken. I am not a summer child, all right? I am not going to spare these trifling bandits. They killed those innocent humans and then they attacked us. And so I am just going to give them their just desserts. Yep, we're not being nice tonight. You'll never get a chance to kill anyone else. Like a firing squad, one by one, their skulls are pierced with my bolts until they're all slumped in a heap. Gray, winter is coming. Exactly. You're right, Cassius. They wouldn't have stopped. Maybe the next merchant or traveler will have a chance to make it to safety now. I check on the wound. Already, the skin seems to be sealing back together, webbing of flesh stitching over the cut. I flex my fingers, taking a few steady breaths through the string of pain. Well, I'm healed up pretty fast. Wow. Cassius makes a noise of disgust. Ugh, this one died. He holds up one of the limp corpses from the battle. I was saving him to drink from. He still has plenty of blood. Hi, dreamy girly pop. Welcome, Stunner. I'm going to give you a shouty too. Thank you for being here. I can't drink blood of the dead. He curls his lip up in a snarl. I don't even eat your food. And here I am starving as well. He's so upset about that. He's so mad about that. He's like, I'm not supposed to starve like you humid peasants. How dare! His eyes have a hungry sheen, glowing in the firelight. You're not feeding off of me, not now. He shuts his eyes. Fine. Your wall to set. He swallows hard and takes a walk outside the camp. That's right, you're my dog, okay? Don't even try it. I pause, brow furrowing. I expected him to put up more of a fight, especially with how hungry he must be. Is that all it takes? Wow, he really cowed down for us. He didn't put up a fight at all. I thought he would have resisted. He does not resist us, does he? He doesn't resist. It's not simple obedience for the sake of it. I don't know if he respects me as a leader, but for this, I understand that he will listen and respect my position. I'm the one in charge of this ragtag team. Arden has been quietly dragging the fresh corpse away. They press their wrist against their mouth, glancing up at me. He is a good boy. Please don't. Watch. It's not a pleasant sight. I know what their appetite craves. Their soft words to me can never disguise entirely what they are. It would be cannibalism if they were human. But they're not. There's never a 0% chance of cannibalism. They unfurl their wings and cover themselves and the corpse. At least it is one less mouth to feed. How's your arm? She comes up behind me holding a small vial. I have these for the pain. It's not so bad. healing quickly.
Might I look?
I offer it to her as she looks it over, thumb brushing against my forearm.
Fascinating. The healing is rather remarkable. Still, I think you should have this. It will help you sleep.
I take the vial and give it a sniff. It smells herbal and comforting, and I down it. It rushes to my head, making me feel floaty and light. That's amazing.
You should rest now. If you need another, just ask, all right?
She smiles, but it doesn't reach her eyes. The hunger must be getting to all of us. I take a seat on my bedroll. I feel as though I've sunk into a warm bath. Oh God, I miss taking baths. Arden emerges by the fire, and Katya hands them a white cloth.
You're a messy eater.
They clear their throat and use it to carefully dab the blood away from their mouth and chin. It gets everywhere, and the taste is so sharp. They were so angry and scared before they died. They killed many before they attacked us.
You can taste all that in their blood.
Accepting drinks from a yandere. In other words, don't. Don't accept drinks from a yandere. Don't. Never, ever. Don't do that. It always leads to us getting drugged. His heart, it tasted of guilt. Wow. They hand back the cloth, and she reaches over, getting the corner of their lip.
Missed a spot.
She wrings out the cloth in water, and they both head back to their bedrolls. I can hardly keep my eyes open. I just hope I don't have another nightmare. That's true, Milky. If you accept the drink, you can accept the cage. Unless, says Gray. Unless what? Head swimming and wound faintly glowing. Sleep takes me quickly. We fell asleep so easily, probably because of that stuff Katya gave us. I pull out my map of the area. Taking a seat on a rock to read through it, I carefully trace our path. Arden peers over my shoulder, resting their chin on it, as they often do. They're now nestled against me. When it happens on occasions, they let out happy chirps as they nuzzle my neck. That's when we are alone. I suppose they feel safe with me. Oh, that's so cute. Stop. Are we lost? No, just following the path to Lilithra. They should have an old member of House Duskswarm there, and couriers to handle news of the growing threat. The problem is that Lilithra is in the middle of a bog. Why would humans build one there? Katya calls over from where she's been picking off leaves of a yellow plant.
Because they think they can control nature. That they could tame the ground and drain the water, and it wouldn't ever come back. It worked for many years, but now it's sinking. They lack foresight.
Arden nods fervently at that. There's a road into town. We should be able to avoid most of the area.
This Garrett you're meeting, you sure he can help?
Well, he really is good at playing Gwent. He's an old monster hunter, long retired. He'll know what to do from here and be able to contact House Dusksworn. He's retired. Does that mean he's older? He's an older gentleman. He's giving Delph. Does he have a sprite in this? I hope he does. I'd like to see him.
You never call them your family.
I wasn't born with the name. I was given it. Maybe it would have changed things if I was, or perhaps not. But what I do know is that no matter what, they will have my back as long as I have theirs. As I will have theirs. It didn't matter that I joined late. I wanted to protect the world, and so did they. I was one of them, and I will be trained as such. His silhouette, he's probably in his late 60s. I'll take that. I'll take him. He's mine. Their acceptance of me was and isn't taken for granted, but we are a house before we are a family. Isn't that lonely? They are still my family. They glance away, and it dawns upon me. Ah. I place a careful hand on their back. But we have each other, don't we? They tilt their head, nodding. Have each other. I fold up the map and tuck it away, getting ready to journey again. It takes another day and night of travel along the road into town. I long for a cart to rest my legs and a steed to bear us to the next destination. I sure do hope that there's food in there. Human food. After monotonous walking, I check the map, and I know we're not far out. All around us is a thick marshland, with a dirt road carved stubbornly through it. A broken, rotting wood fence lines the path. Hi, Midnight, welcome you, stunner. The night looms, though these days, that only means dark to the darkest night. Arden, can you scout ahead? They're already off the ground, the minute I call their name in that specific way. I stop by the roadside, pacing anxiously. They return only a couple of minutes later. Patrol, up ahead. Demons? They shake their head. Sun Templars, blocking the road. One spotted me. They pull a wing back, revealing a small cut. Nicked me with an arrow. I grit my teeth. They're gonna send a group to investigate. Sorry, didn't mean to be spotted. No point in apologizing. We just have to deal with it now. I glance around my party. They'll kill the rest of them on sight, and me too, if they knew what now ran through my blood. 'Cause I'm not a normal human anymore. Nope. I drank the magic radiation stuff. The blood of the goddess, or whatever it was. We'll find another way in. It was magical radiation. I turn towards the bog, stepping over the wooden fence. You know what this reminds me of? Once again, it reminds me of the Lord of the Rings. It reminds me of the Dead Marsh. Remember the Dead Marsh? Kind of looks like that. We have to clear out of here, quick. Through there? Katya hikes up her skirts, brushing past him to join me. He sighs. Katya's like, quit being so bougie. Look, you'll be fine. Quit being a princess. I'm never gonna get it out of my boots. It makes a squelching noise as he steps in and we trek on. Cassius. You'll be fine, Cassius. Just get over here. Only minutes later, I see the flare of torches off to the road, and I gesture for all of us to crouch. Men in heavy armor march around, searching the area. You don't see anybody else complaining, just Cassius, the only one. The only one. The beast flew this way. Harpies never travel alone. The rest of the flock must be nearby. We keep low, and I lead us ahead through the marsh. Arden tries to hover about the marsh, but with the risk of them spotting us, is forced to land. It's uncomfortable to wade through, and exhausting to pull each step from the water through the mud and silt in the bottom. Even more so to try and go deeper to keep out of sight from the road. Buzzing, biting insects swarm us, and I swat them away where I can. I feel a pinch on my arm and go to squish it. Before I can, it suddenly begins to glow bright yellow, and then it explodes. Wow. Is that going to give us away? What the heck? Is that what would happen to me? Like, you don't want to drink my blood now. It might happen to look at his face. Oh, God. Just try to suck my blood. It may not work out so well for you. Good thing we never found out. I swat at another, who seems to have taken a drink without issue, and I scratch at the sight uncomfortably. Some of them are getting just a taste and cannot handle the power. A lesser person likely would have been destroyed if they drank the ichor. Yeah, the leeches, they can't live like this. Leeches, mosquitoes, they're gonna blow up. I could barely stomach it. I swiped the gunk off my arm, pushing through the bog. Dead trees that never even had a chance to grow line the area, gray and sickly looking, like they've been sapped of all nutrients. The blood of a goddess. Exactly. Golden yellow sludge. Goddess sludge. That's what we drank. Goddess sludge. The bog gets thicker and it changes. Katya frowns, moving ahead. She dips her fingers in the water and brings them up to her lips. Don't! She tastes it, wrinkling her face. Every time! Every time! What is this? Something's wrong with this place. There is some weirdos drinking the bog water. You have no place to speak. I can't even imagine what you've put your lips on. Told you she would lick things later. Indeed, she's examining it. She shrugs and doesn't argue. She wipes her hands on the dry parts of her skirts. Gross. There's some type of dark magic at play. We'll be cautious. I keep my eyes peeled as we push further in. I'm exhausted now from trudging through the water. It's cold, too. My clothes cling uncomfortably every time they're pulled out of the bog. Even my eyelids feel heavy. When will I next get a chance to rest? There's a splash in the water ahead that snaps me back to focus. So far, nothing has gone further than thigh-high, but it sounds much deeper. I pause, holding up a hand for everyone to stop. Suddenly, rearing out of the water is a horse! A horse-like creature. Deep brown like the bog around us, a kelpie. I reach for my crossbow, but the quiver on my hip is submerged in the water. I can't react fast enough before its teeth gnash at me and bite down, dragging me under the water. I don't have time to get a breath. As I flail in its grasp, I reach for the dagger in my boot, thrashing as it pulls me deeper. Deeper. The mud sticks to my boots, trapping me beneath the surface. There's a crack that sends ripples over the water, and it loosens its hold on me. Suddenly, massive dark talons reach out and grab me, yanking me up. Is it you, Arden? Did you save me? I breach, sputtering and coughing. Arden lets go of me, whacks me on the back, helping me get rid of the water in every orifice. I see Katya with her arms outstretched, dark magic still hovering in the air around us as the kelpie's ashes scatter around the surface of the bog. The water is acidic as I spit it from my mouth. All of the places where I've been bitten sting, and I clutch my head. We need to get to dry land. We're not going to be able to cross all the way to Lilithria here. Arden, can you? They hop up, flapping their wings, but they're waterlogged. They spray water, and I just managed to cover my face in time. Having trouble. Shit. I stand, my clothes sopping wet and covered in gunk. I wrinkle my face, disgusted. Trying to stand, my boot is still covered in mud. and the extra weight from the water sends me right back down with a hard splash. Letting out a string of curses, I clumsily pull myself up, ears burning from the embarrassment and exertion. I try to take another step, but wince in pain. Something about the motion twisted my ankle. Are you all right? I'm fine. But I step, and the pain shoots up my leg, making me stumble again. In an instant, strong hands catch me before I fall back into the bog. Strong hands, I like that. Cassius holds me with very little effort. He's so strong. I'll walk on my own, thank you, or let him carry me. I'm gonna let him carry me. If I may. Yes, you may. I suck on my teeth, but finally relent. Only until we're on dry ground. Only until then. He scoops me up like I weigh nothing and carries me over the water. The leather of his leash brushes against my arm. He can carry his own leash, and me. I close my eyes and think about how upset any from House Dusksworm would be to see me right now. Luckily, none of them are here. It is the least he can do. Make yourself useful and carry me, dog. We eventually find an elevated spot not too far from town. I can just barely make out the walls in the distance, though in the pitch black it's hard to tell. Cassius puts me down, and I check my ankle. They're all so helpful. Katya magicked destroyed the monster away. And then Arden reached into the water and rescued us and pulled us out so we wouldn't drown. And then before we fell down, we were rescued and we were carried by strong arms. Cassius carrying us around. Oh, all three of them, they're obsessed with me already. They love me. They just don't admit it. Cassius puts me down, and I check my ankle. The pain has subsided, and even now it seems to already be healing. I have super healing now, y'all. I'm not injured for very long whatsoever. I think then that I can't believe no one else has ever tried to drink the ichor of Raaaah. We should make for Lilithria just before dawn. We'll keep an eye on the Templars, try and sneak our way in. I'm sure we can find cloaks to stay under cover. I shiver then, the cold water of the bog weighing down my clothes as it sticks uncomfortably to me. The bites sting and itch, and a headache creeps behind my eyes. Arden comes back with a collection of sticks from the dead trees nearby. They arrange them carefully, and Katya waves a hand, a fire cracking along the dry wood. Isn't it so convenient to be able to spark a fire with a wave of your hand? I edge closer to the fire, holding out my hands, desperate for warmth. The first few snowflakes of the year began to scatter through the sky. We can't keep wearing these clothes. I gesture to the group, all of whom have a collection of muck and wet from the bog. I hardly feel it, but it's quite disgusting. The first one to be disgusted. Oh, he's such a princess. He tugs at his shirt, face wrinkled. This scene exists only because we were trying to get them naked, says Gray. Bless you, Gray. I loosen the bottom of my shirt, turning away. Don't look. I turn around, pull off my top. It snags on my armor, and I have to unbuckle those as well. I wring out the shirt and go fishing in my bag for something dry. A claw taps on my shoulder, and I would have jumped if I didn't know who it belonged to. I take the offered cloak that Arden gives me, wrapping it over myself. I change out of my pants now that I have something to cover up with. I nestle in closer to the fire, huddled in the cloak to stay warm. What a sweetheart you are, Arden. You're going to have CGs here in the update? That's what I'm missing. Why couldn't you give me sprites for this? At least something. You're just gonna make me wait for CGs in the next update. How dare you? How dare you? The rest have done the same, stripping off clothes to dry them by the fire. I get to go talk to everybody naked. Are we buck naked? Well, I have something on. Listen, it's lots of work for the sprites. I know. Okay, well, listen, you tell me when the update's ready because I'll be there. All right, I guess I'll start from the top. I'll talk to Katya first. Eye her up. What kind of perv am I? Ask if she needs help. Are you able to wash it off?
Slowly. This stuff is made to take down large prey. They get so busy itching that they are subject to an attack from a predator.
They'll be in Twitch-appropriate levels of clothing. Maybe. Yes. Low-key the game tagline.
Nature is quite a cruel mistress.
She says, sounding more fond than condemning. She sounds like someone I know.
Cruel? Me? Hardly. Would a cruel mistress brew you this one-of-a-kind poultice, made to bring you back from the brink of death if need be?
I roll my eyes at her dramatics, taking the poultice from her and drinking it all in one go as if to prove her wrong. Where is she getting all of these poultices and stuff from? Does she just carry them around? Does she just have them ready at all times? Where are they coming from? That's what I want to know. It flows through me like the freshest water from a glacial spring. It tastes incredibly herbal, with plenty of bitter dirt intermixed. When it settles, I feel my head clear as it sinks into my loins like wine. In her cleavage, just like we theorized before. She may have been exaggerating, but all the awful symptoms I suffered before have disappeared as soon as the liquid hits my gut. Realistically, she gathers materials and brought stuff with her in her bag. Oh, She's very handy. She's very useful to have on a trip, you know. She can do magic. She can, she knows what kinds of herbs and things that grow out of the earth that we should be picking, you know. She knows what will be helpful and what to do with it. She's very useful. Listen, in a zombie apocalypse, I want Katya to be on my team. That's what I want. She will keep us alive. Real. Thank you for this. Have the others had theirs as well?
Only enough ingredients for you, I'm afraid.
She's like, I don't care about them other trifling little competitors. Those other yanderes over there, they can suffer. I could have shared.
Proper dosage is that entire bottle. Besides, you're the only one of us with Raaaah's blood running through your veins.
Katya, you didn't need to. She rises to her feet.
That's where you're wrong. I did. I won't let you be torn apart. There's too much between us left unsaid.
Cassius would be a poodle. Yes, he would. A dainty poodle. She stands before me now, and I go mildly or a Pomeranian. If Cassius was a little dog, Cassius would be a Pomeranian, a little puffy Pomapoo. A Pomapoo! She stands before me now, and I go mildly dizzy as I see her fully. Every part of her is far too enticing on its own. Together, it's a recipe for certain disaster. What do you mean? What is there we've yet to say? A small dog that bites. Yes, exactly. A bitey dog. Do you want to play dumb? Or perhaps you'd like to have this discussion elsewhere under different circumstances? I've nearly lost my ability to speak. Something's got my tongue tied into too many knots. Let's discuss this later. When we've reached the nearest town, I can brew us some tea in my tent, where we can get ourselves plenty warm. I nod as if I were compelled to do so. Satisfied, Katya breaks away from me in favor of drying off clothes. I could feel no magic, but it was clear I was already under her spell. That was a clever line. I liked that. Good one. Good one. Did you write that, Gray? That was brilliant. You're a genius. It's time to talk to Arden now. We're going to save Cassius for last. Take care of them or check them out? I should take care of them. They've been taking really good care of me, and so I'm going to return the favor, and I'm going to take care of them back. Yes, I'm a good person. One of those dogs that chase off bears off of your property. A little dog that does. Little dogs don't care how tiny they are. They're still going to go chase stuff off, you know? Get out of here. They'll be barking all loud, yipping and stuff. And then they come back, they're going to be like, I just saved your life. And it was just like a butterfly. There's a leaf blowing in the wind, and the little dog went nuts over it. They were like, I saved your life. Joy cooked during these scenes. You wrote this, Joy. Joy. There's a lot of Gray and Joy tag team writing. Yes. I love both of y'all's writing. Take care of them. You're shivering. Before I can protest, they lift a wing to cover me, only to come to the crushing reality that they also are sopping wet. Did you not realize? I watch as they open and close their mouth several times. I appreciate your concern, but I can deal with the cold. It's just best we're not covered in swamp gunk, you know? Stinks. That it does. I'm used to it. They turn to me in horror. Do I smell? No. Surprisingly not. Even after they've eaten the hearts of my enemies. I shake my head, but it does little to soothe them. I shuffle towards them as they hop a little ways away. Listen, they literally ate the hearts of my enemies. Literally. Arden. They adopt a pitiful tone. I don't want you to be disgusted by me. I'm not. They continue to shuffle while I practically chase them in a small circle. Get back here, Arden. Quit hopping away from me. Get back over here, bird. Little bird. Arden, please. They stiffen, glancing over their shoulder. I pull them into an embrace before they can so much as attempt to take flight. You can't get away from me. I'm going to hold you now. I don't care that we're naked. They become even more rigid in my grasp. Are you uncomfortable? They shake their head, but they're practically trembling. Are you cold? A little? You're warm. I brush some of their hair from their face, and beneath it I can see how flushed they've become. I press the back of my hand to their cheek. They flinch a little at the contact, but don't pull away. Are you running a fever? Do harpies get sick like humans? I retract my hand. We get sick. I'm not sick. Not yet. You could, though, in these conditions. Would you take care of me if I do? You have for me. I'd be able to return the favor. I'm feeling a tad ill. I thought 2 seconds ago you said you were fine. already. You can feel it. My face. Again. It's warm. Okay, Arden. Oh, fine. Arden's like, please hold me closer. Please take care of me. I'm so sick. Look, I'm coughing. I feel warm. I'm warm. MC, hold me, MC. I touch their cheek again. My stomach tingles when our eyes meet. Arden bites their lip, their eyes bouncing from mine to the floor and back. I hold their face in place. I can't help but be a little entranced by their beauty in this moment. I felt a little foolish for not having fully recognized that part about them before. We didn't notice how beautiful they were before. Oh. They just want to be held. Exactly, Joy. They're literally the sad puppy eyes emoji. In this close proximity, I feel my senses fill with them instead. It's a warm, comforting scent. Pine, cedar, and red berries. They can barely keep eye contact as I realize I've just been sniffing them. I clear my throat. I'm like, you smell so good. I'm sorry. Don't mind me. You do smell good. They make a weak noise from the back of their throat. Oh. Once we get to Lilithria, we'll find a place to stay, and you can get some rest. I'll be there for you. Once we get to Lilithria, we'll find a place to stay, and you can get some rest. I'll be there for you. They can only nod, mouth twitching like they want to say something, but can't quite find the words. It's time to talk to Cassius, my favorite subject for flirting, yes. Banter or thank him for helping earlier. Oh no, I'm not saying thank you. It's banter time, okay? We never let up on this man. We never let up on this man, okay? We're going to sass him every chance we get, okay? We're going to yank him around by his little collar. You look far too comfortable like that. Funny, I recall you saying that about this collar as well, he says, slipping a thumb beneath it and tugging at it, flashing me a fang. My point still stands. He gives me a once-over. You don't look too unsettled yourself. I blanch, feeling his eyes make contact with every piece of exposed skin. Why don't you take a picture? It'll last longer. Well, you did anyway. Do I make you nervous? A wry chuckle escapes through my teeth. Don't flatter yourself. Werewolves and burglars do as well. We've traveled together long enough to know I'm not nearly as unpleasant as that. Fine, I concede. You aren't as unpleasant as a burglar. Curious, you didn't say werewolf. I don't see much difference between them and vampires. Oh ho ho! Now you're just trying to insult me. And after I went as far as to help you. How funny, considering you have so much to say about vampires, but you're nothing more than a dog yourself. Good one, right? That was a good one. I'm so funny. He's being playful, but I'm hit with a pang of something like embarrassment and guilt, like I swallowed something rancid. I'm usually better on my feet. I appreciate you assisting me back there. Any chance to press our bodies together? Even when our lives are in danger? Even then, add to the thrill. I'd like a chance to taste you before all is lost. I love him. He's my favorite. He's so trash. He's the trashiest of all the trash. He's the most trash. And the fact that he's got a collar on and a leash. And we are the ones controlling the leash. Just stop. It's so good. It's so good. I I attempt to ignore the growing huskiness of his voice. Such faith you have in me. I've no faith in anything. I'm a godless being, aren't I? You certainly got a devilish charm. Yes, he does. Does that mean I can drag you down to the very depths? Oh, I don't think you'll have to go that far. Does that mean this dancing around each other will come to an end soon? It depends. Do you intend to stop playing with me once you've had your fill of me? Drink me dry and throw away the remains? Quite cruel. Worry not. I could never fully indulge in you in a single night. How many then? I guess we'll have to see. You know what talking to them feels like? You know when you're playing Dragon Age and you start a campfire, you've been traveling the world, and you're all sitting around the fire, and then you go and you talk to everybody, you know, flirt with your bae. During Dragon Age, right? Yes. Before the crack of dawn, I watch the guard patrols encircle the town. We wait for an opening and enter. The place is run down, trickling water drains along the edges. It smells of swamp and sewer. I turn away in disgust. We wear dark cloaks with heavy hoods, conspicuous, but less so than blatantly parading around as monsters. There's lots of swamps and fighting and campfire flirting, for real. Real! Even as the sun is supposed to rise, the dim light above us does little. Street lamps are lit, flickering flames are the only thing fighting against the dark. I take the lead, passing beneath a bridge as a patrol passes overhead. I see in the streets across that people are waking for the day. Abandoned laundry lines hang above houses, no sun to warm them. Wilted plants sit in windowsills, and people walk huddled together, moving swiftly. The wet mud sloshes beneath my boots as I traverse a creek running through town. There, carved in the wood of a building, is what I've been looking for, the symbol of the Dusksworn. I rap my knuckles hard against the wood and wait. Must we stay here while you do your business? You shouldn't be running off. I have business of my own. I sigh, shifting impatiently. You don't need my permission. I'm only warning against splitting up. You're a little late. I frown and glance back. Cassius is already gone, and the countdown begins before we ran out of town. Where did he go? I let go of that leash for 1 second, and he's gone. A door hidden in the wall swings open, drawing my attention. Katya takes that moment to abscond. Only Arden remains with me. I push into the darkness, a single candle flickering in the room. He's off his leash. I know, we need to find Cassius, and we need to put him back on his leash. He can't be trusted off leash. Where is he going? Okay, the second we let go of Cassius's leash, he goes running off somewhere. I see weaponry along the walls and a shelf of potions. I know who that is. Hi, Garrett. You look delicious. I mean, hello, you look spicy. You look, how have you been all this time? Do you remember me? I was the one that you played Gwent with all night long that night. Hi, Garrett. A man sits in the corner, long gray hair falling in front of his face. He's well built, but age digs deep lines into his skin. That's not a problem. I don't mind that. Garrett. Yep, I do it. He sits straighter, leaning in. The candlelight flashes across his face as he smiles. Rue, I'd be happy to see a friendly face under less dire circumstances. I shut the door behind us, and his gaze flickers to Arden. Why are you looking at Arden like that? Still got that harpy. Their name is Arden. You sure you're not under the influence of their song? They lower their gaze, nervously picking at a feather. Don't look at Arden like that. Arden is precious, okay? Okay! They don't have one. You needn't fuss over me. Others in House Dusk Swarm have already had that chance. He hums and sits back. Fussing over. Is that what they called it? When they told you they were sending you on a quest you could never return from. I know you've not been in contact with the house for some time. I'm retired. I knew the risks, and we have a better chance than you know. His brows draw together. Should have been me. You've got a whole life ahead of you. It could have been any of us. I was willing to accept the risk, but it had to be me. I wouldn't let anyone else take the risk. Everything I've done has been to help humanity. The Vanquisher is just one more monster. What did they ask of you? Something that will give us the edge we need. He shuts his eyes, head in his hands. He's like, oh God. He's like facepalm. Girl, why? Reports are getting worse. Even here in town. Some kids coughing up black gunk in a boarding house. People are getting angry, scared, worse every day. I don't come with anything brighter. We found a farm burned to the ground. The crops, the very land itself poisoned. The trees, the vegetation, all the same. It's not enough to kill us. He's dooming any survivors. He'd see this country as a wasteland. I've been tracking movements. I believe there's a horde gathering not far from here. The town should evacuate. My brain looked at that word and was like, loading. The town should evacuate and head straight for their jaws. The walls won't protect them. I've spoken with the local guards, trying to reinforce their defenses. There's Sun Templars here. Keep that one. He gestured to Arden. Out of their sight. We know. We were waylaid yesterday because of them. The Knight Commander isn't bad. Name's Yevon. Real zealot, though. And with how things are, chance for a reason is slowly dwindling. Defenses won't last. Neither will the town. You shouldn't stay long. We should stay and help the town, or we should leave. We should leave. They'll be fine. We have things to do. We're on a mission. But I will stay if somebody feeds me. We are hungry. I agree. I hope to rest and resupply our rations, but we need to keep moving. One town is inconsequential in the face of what's at stake. This place has been good to me. I will defend it. You keep going. He sweeps his eyes across the storage room. Don't let me keep you. Rest up. Might be one of the last chances you have. Thank you, Garrett. The Patrick voice. Let's leave. Arden follows dutifully as we leave, and I turn back to the town. If I was playing The Witcher, I probably would help the town, you know, because I want points and items and money and stuff. But I ain't getting none of that this time. We're leaving. The wind whistles in my ears, taking me back to a long time before. Look at that. That's pretty. I hadn't finished my training yet, still only a dusk-sworn apprentice. Many consider the apprentices to be more dangerous than the true dusk-sworn. Young, cocky, something to prove. When you've yet to refine technique, you'll do anything to stay alive. Wow, you're right. It's the first background with sunlight. We've been in the dark this whole game. Wow. Ha ha ha. We just want kisses from our yawns. That's our currency. Super pretty. Exactly. Yes. It's a lovely background. And you're right. All we want is yandere kisses. That was me, standing in the blood of a banshee. Her wails silenced forever when my bolt met her neck. Dirty work, grunt work. Dark wings beat in the air above me, and I whipped around to look. Harpy territory drawn from the scent of blood. I fired a warning shot into the air, sending them scattering. One is dangerous enough, but a flock could be deadly. The banshee would make an easy meal for them. I would not let myself be a target. Through the woods, I found a stream to clean myself of the scent of death. There's a rustle in the bushes, and I lunge for my crossbow, holding it with shaking, wet hands. I'm not interested in craven games. Come out and face me if you wish to try your luck, so that you can kill me before my bolt finds purchase in your heart. A figure emerges, and I fire a bolt just over their shoulder. They cower to the side, a hand covering their face. Harpy, with dark raven wings denoting them as a part of the flock in these woods. You'll find I will make a poor... This is a backflash. It's a flashback. This is a flashback, isn't it? You'll find I will make a poor meal. I suggest you hunt elsewhere, fowl. You killed the banshee. That's enough to make me pause. But not enough that I lower my crossbow. What of it? I watched you fight her. She'd been tormenting me for weeks. Finally quiet. I take a step back, eyes quickly darting around the area. I don't know what your play is here. I've come with wax. Your song won't work on me if you think to lead me into an ambush. I'm not trying to hurt you. I saw the rest of your flock hunting. Don't take me for a fool. I'm not with them. You're a terrible liar. I'm not. They shake their head, a hand pressing against their forehead. They don't want me. I cannot hunt with them. They open their mouth, and I take aim, ready to fire a bolt to the back of their throat as soon as they begin to sing. But the sound comes out hoarse and weak. I cannot sing with them. I feel like that. I used to sing all the time, but now I have constant allergies and stuff in my throat. And I can't really sing hardly anymore. Like, I can sing kind of little bits and pieces. I used to love going to karaoke. I feel like that. Give me a hug, Arden. Harpies are born with the ability to entrance mortals with their songs, making them weak and placid before they can swoop them away and feed. I heard tales of the songless harpies, born once a generation, accursed, a sign of death for the rest of the flock if folklore is to be believed. What problem is it of mine? I can lead you safely through the woods. It's getting dark. It's dangerous at night. I'm more equipped to handle a dagger. I'm more than equipped to handle a dagger. I put the crossbow away and gather my things. Feast on her corpse if you despise the banshees so. I have no more business here. I march out through the woods, leaving the strange songless harpy behind. I would travel for a couple of hours as the night grew darker and darker. Strange howls fill the air, and I grow tired with every step. I wanted nothing more than a hot meal by a campfire. A wretched moan came from my right, and I fired without thinking. A massive, furred beast charges at me, and I barrel out of the way just in time. My bolt barely pierces its hide, and I take off running through the woods, attempting to draw the silvered short blades at my side. Brambles cut against my skin. and finally I turned to face it, weapons drawn. A heavy claw raked across my front, cutting through my armor. From the treetops, a dark figure descends, talons drawn, and took aim right into the beast's eyes. I stumbled forward, plunging my blade into its heart, and it finally collapses. Breathing hard, I press my back against a tree, trying to staunch the blood. The harpy drops in front of me. Let me help! Why did you follow me? It's dangerous at night. I eye them warily as they tore off a piece of their own clothes to press against my wound to stop the bleeding. I didn't need saving. I had it handled. Yes, helped anyway. I suppose it did. My head feels fuzzy from the pain. I take a cooling breath. Your flock really rejected you. They nod, looking down. I thought I had everything under control, but here I was, lost in the woods and bleeding out, still an apprentice after all. Listen, if you can lead me out of these woods, I'll try to find somewhere else for you. No other harpy flock will take you. You won't fit in the city either. House Dusksworn might have answers. I can come with you? Just for a little while. We'll keep each other safe until then. Keep each other safe. Got a name? Arden. Rue. Thanks for the save back there. Rue. They say it like it's the most precious word in the world. It almost sounds like music. I stock up on what limited rations they have available. Their food supplies are dwindling, and with winter settling in, there's no chance of resupplying. You think it's a good level? Okay, great. Purchasing a few cramped beds at an inn, I rest there for a while. We have a little time to relax. I think on how I want to spend it. Oh, it's perfect! Wonderful! I really like how you let us know which choice gives us romance versus which choice is just like flirty, you know? I appreciate that. Thank you. I like that. I found myself at Cassius's doorstep without much thought. It's ghostly silent as I approach, and I jump when the door creaks open. How? I could smell you. He's joking. Your footsteps have a limp to them. I knew it was you. Here for your ankle. You're no doctor. I'm better off going to Katya. A flash of something unfriendly crosses his features before returning to his friendly disposition. He didn't like it when we talked about Katya just then. He did not like that. I have ways to make you feel better. No medical knowledge necessary. Really? What kind of ways, sir? In all seriousness, I'd like to see if you're okay for myself. What can I say? I suppose I'm a bit of a sap. I'm unsure what to make of all this. There's a clear want present, but I also have some string in the back of my mind holding me back. But then, I think of what Cassius told me last, that I should give him the benefit of the doubt. He helped me with no ulterior motive despite being collared. There was some level of respect between us, some care. When I thought of it like that, it seemed absurd. But what wasn't nowadays? Real. I take a step toward the door and Cassius opens it for me, receiving no words of objection. The first thing I notice when I'm inside is a pristinely made bed. I can tell it was Cassius's doing rather than the inn staff. Right, no sleep for the dead. Oh, he didn't get in the bed in the first place. That's what they're saying. What do you do most nights? He smirks, pleased with my curiosity. I suppose there is quite a bit. Not even monster hunters could teach you. I rest, not like you or the others, more relaxing my eyes and my muscles. It's meditative, intentional. Then, if I have spare time, I read. What do you read? Don't tell me you're a fan of mystery novels. No, I'm almost entirely a non-fiction reader. I'm fond of history. If I want a good mystery, I seek out records of unsolved murders. I know there is... I know all there is to know about the laws of these lands. So, you can break them. The only laws I break are ones of nature. Looking at him now, even his own beauty goes against those laws. He's so cute. He kind of made a cute, sad face at me. Have a seat. You're supposed to at least take pressure off of your ankle. I know that much. But I healed magically already. Because you read it all in books. That's just common knowledge. I hesitate for a moment, but eventually take a seat on the perfectly made bed. I feel ever so slightly bad that I've ruined it. He pulls up a desk chair. If all goes according to plan, it was going to get ruined anyhow. I make an attempt to stand. Haha, joking again, mostly. I do want to make sure you haven't done permanent damage. I eye him cautiously, but eventually give him my leg. He inspects it for a moment, poking at it and checking my expression. Try to stay off of it whenever possible, but you'll live. I was so worried. Maybe you weren't, but we were. We? Your little party you've assembled, we're all quite different, but we have at least that in common. All of them are worried about me. They love me. All of them love me. He abandons that line of thought, leaving me to speculate. My attention was more focused on my throbbing ankle and Cassius's eyelashes in this light. Oh, I am still injured. Never mind. I learned much, but they were certainly right when they said vampires are extraordinarily tempting. If you keep looking at me like that. My heart all but stops. Can you read minds? No, I don't need to. It's written all over you. You want me. Oh, do I play hard to get or do I say, yes, I do? We're playing hard to get. Unless it prevents me from getting anything spicy. I don't want you. Is that right? I nod stubbornly, not willing to give him the satisfaction. What if I said I want you? Oh, yeah. My throat grows tight. This isn't exactly news, but right now, it feels like I'm standing on the edge, threatening to plunge into the depths. His gaze finds mine, and all the resolve I built up falls away. I long to study every part of you, body and mind. Oh, oh no. Oh no, how dare you? Why are you telling me this? Why are you warning me we're going to kiss bait you again? They're getting interrupted any moment now. We're so evil. Why would you warn me about that? Why would you warn me? I don't trust you. I don't trust you. And now you're laughing with evilness. How dare you, Gray? How dare you, Gray? How dare you, Joy? Both of y'all. I need to tell you that I have to fight my own soul and body, not to completely take you as my own. Why? My head whips around as he spins honeyed words while massaging my leg, deliberately touching it in a way to entice me. And despite every rationality, it works. What are we to do about this? I couldn't tell who moved first, but before long, Cassius was atop me, and our lips hungrily sought each other. It's hot. Different from what I'd expected a dead body to be. Maybe it's all my own body heat, but I'm practically suffocating. Though I made no move for air, all survival instincts had been drained out of me. I was at Cassius' will. His hands found their way up my shirt, familiarizing himself with every dip and groove of my torso. He ran his tongue against my own, and I shivered when I felt his fangs. One of his hands abandoned my side and found its way to my face instead, comforting me. What do you want? I couldn't form a cohesive thought. Can I bite your lip? A little. He hastily tacked on. His expression was a mix I hadn't seen from him before. Something almost shy. Oh, bite my lip. It usually wasn't something that needed to be asked. My thoughts bring me to my senses, pressing against him, meeting minimal resistance. Understood. Too far. I bite my lip, eyes seeking the door. Another time, then. His voice sounds hopeful. I'm brave enough to meet his eyes, nodding. Another time. I see his devilish smile at the forefront of my mind as I find my way back to my room. You didn't kiss block us this time. You wanted me to think that I was getting kiss blocked. You sneaky. You sneaky. I don't even realize how long I've slept until I wake up bleary-eyed in the morning. Blinking hard, I wipe the crust from my eyes. I stay laying there for a while, so grateful to actually be in a bed for the first time in what feels like ages. Pulling the covers up, I wish that I could just stay here and hide until it's all over. But I know I can't. I know my duty to this world. I can't stay here. I can't hide. Gathering my companions from the rooms they've been staying, I repack for a long journey and leave the inn. Shouting draws my attention as I hear the heavy stomps of boots. Pulling off into an alley, I watch as a procession makes its way to the town square. There's a young woman bound in rope, a gag tied around her. As she tries to scream, heavily armored knights throw another stick out onto a pyre that they lead her toward. Cries of "Witch!" ring out among the people watching. I see the flash of the golden sun on their armor. The Sun Templars! My blood runs cold. A young man in heavy armor steps up, addressing the crowd. Fear not! Lilithra is safe now that the witch has been found by I, Knight Commander Yevon. Her magic has brought the darkness to this land, and with her cleansing, the sun shall return to shine upon us once more. He faces her, chin raised and meeting her gaze. Look at that silhouette. It's oddly detailed for a shadow. What did you say this person's name was? Yevon? May the light of Raaaah cast the shadow from your soul, so you might be free from the wicked gloom. She struggles in her bindings, yelling something muffled against her gag. Her face is gaunt and thick. Dark veins run beneath her eyes. Let this woman go! Katya bristles, standing tall, voice an angry whisper. She is no witch. There is no cleansing. Let them burn instead and see the power of a true witch. Flowers for Joy says, Yevon, that's their name. Yevon. Maybe there will be a future update for more Yevon. I hope so. If we can have even more Yandere trash, I'll take it. She begins to move towards the square. Encourage her. We have to save this innocent woman who's being burned at the stake for being a witch, even though she's not a witch. How dare they? And even if she was, how dare they? Give him hell. I'll be here to back you up. She tilts her head, a grateful curl of her lips. Pulling down her hood, she breaks through the crowd of people standing throughout the square. I can't get eyes on Cassius, though I feel the tingle of watchful eyes from somewhere. Aiden lurks behind me in the shadows, a small whine from the back of their throat in worry. Caw! On what basis is this woman marked for death? Yavin stops, turning to face her. The other knights shift, reaching for blades. He holds up a hand, halting them. Her soul will be cleansed. The fires bless by Yandere will destroy the darkness inside of her. What are you talking about, dude? Real. And if no darkness lies within her, if no magic that you revile lurks within her soul, when the flames eat away at her flesh and her screams finally cease, when the sky does not clear after you have sentenced her to die, how will you face yourself? She works for the Vanquisher. He will have no hold over Lilithra, with that connection severed. She laughs, a cold sound. And what proof do you have of such a thing? The crowd is silent, watching the exchange in tense anticipation. Her boarding house. Another child this morning came to us under the affliction she cursed them with. All the same, one by one. The gaunt faces, the infected veins, the black vomit. We've seen the same from the Vanquisher's victims. She is putting these victims in danger, and I will not stand idly by and allow this to continue. Would you? Foolish. You Templars always have been. She holds no magic. She is no witch. You know such things. Her death will not save you. Hi, Milky, welcome back. They're burning an innocent woman as a witch. The Templars are. The trifling Templars. There are murmurs in the crowd, uncomfortable shifting. That's another thing that reminds me of Dragon Age. Templars. He bites his lip, eyes darting across the people around. He bites his lip, eyes darting across the people around as he rolls his shoulders back. He's losing control and favor of the crowd. I will not be questioned. We have rooted out the dark magic, and more of it appears before me. I have a sworn duty to protect this town. Your lies will not save her, or you, servant of evil. He draws his blade. As to all the others, she raised a hand. I will see the Vanquisher dead. What shall you and your knights do in the meantime? Do his job for him. Allow me to show you what a true witch can do. They did exist in history, that's true. Also, the Templars are giant jerks, and I hope they come to bad ends. Real. In a flash, magic coalesces around her fingers, firing out. I grip my teeth, pushing through the crowd as I charge. Slicing blades fill the air, some scattered to the side from her magic. One knight shoves a torch into the pyre as the woman begins to scream. Yavin slams his blade down across the barrier that Katya has protecting her, the magic shattering beneath the force. Before his blade can find her throat, I catch the crossguard with my short blade, shoving him back. Stay your blade! As he reels back, Katya runs for the woman on the pyre. I hear vampire shouted in the background, followed quickly by a scream and the sound of gushing blood. A dark shape swoops down, landing on the pyre as Arden begins cutting the ropes. I hear panicked screams and a stampede of footsteps. Yavin rights himself, his greatsword heaving back as he lunges for me again. There is no corner of the world where the shadow might hide. Enemies of all righteousness and light, I sentence you to death. I dodge out of the way, the blade just nicking the side of my armor. We seek the Vanquisher's destruction. Enough with the deception. I'm not lying. You know sentencing this woman, more likely a victim of the Vanquisher than his accomplice, to die will not stop his darkness. I intend to do whatever it takes to save the world. Yandere guides my hand. Burning smoke fills the air. I hear a woman scream and can see Katya guiding the would-be victim from the pyre. She lunges from her grasp, pulling away. Never trust people that preach about purity. Witch! Do not touch me! Wait, isn't that the woman we just rescued? She scrambled to the crowd, which have fled in fear from my monsters. She scrambles into the crowd, which have fled in fear from my monsters. It's gonna eat me! They charge around us, as I manage to dodge around another attack. I try to find a weak point in his armor, but Yavin gives me no time to think. He attacks. His attacks come relentlessly. I pull my second blade, crossing them as he brings a massive sword down upon me. My arms shake from the force, holding him back, the blade nearing closer to my face. I can't keep it up forever. I shove forward, falling against him for a moment as a sharp, blinding pain strikes my arm. That woman, we just saved your life, and now you're gonna call me a witch and go running off? How dare you? Next time, I'm not saving your ass. There's a flight of lash. There's a flash of light, and golden blood splattered across his armors. I pull myself away. He draws his fingertips through the blood, eyes wide as he stares at me. Saint Myron's temple desecrated, the ichor of Yandere. It was you! You drew the blood of your goddess. Perhaps you should lay down your arms. His face twists as he lunges for me, a guttural sound. Blasphemer! You have doomed us! She was withdrawn her blessing for humanity because of you! I pull away from the dirt just as the metal blade finds purchases inches from my head. She's dead. She has no blessing to give. If her blood allows us to seal the Vanquisher forever, then I accept whatever punishment you think awaits me, but you will not stop me. I had only been defending myself before, but now I aim to strike. Our blades meet with a clash of steel as my heart pounds, imbuing me with energy and power. This is why we keep making the selfish choices. Exactly, Joy. Okay, these trifling peasants, they don't care. They're not grateful. We're just gonna leave this town and let it burn. My ears are ringing. I barely register the shouts. Knight Commander! Horde approaching! His eyes burn as he looks at me. See what you have done? Look at what your interference has cost. I do not command the Vanquisher's legions. I do not command the Vanquisher's legions. They will overrun this town and slaughter everyone here if you let them. He pauses just long enough for me to take the hold of the blade. I have a strike open on his neck, but I take the chance to flee instead. I see the bodies of dead Templars. The smoke and ash from the pyre continue to burn. My eyes sting, and I hold a hand in front of my face. We have to go! Dark magic whips by me, loosing the hold of one of Templar has on Aiden. Loosing the hold one Templar. Dark magic whips by me, loosing the hold of one Templar has on Arden. Deep wounds cut through their shirt, blood dripping. Cassius is being held by the collar by one. Let go of Cassius's collar. I am the only one who's allowed to hold Cassius by the collar, okay? Only me. I load a bolt in the crossbow and fire to the Templar's hand. They shriek in pain as he flashes to our side. Help! Arden! He scoops up the harpy, while Katya holds a protective barrier around us as a barrage of arrows from a rooftop rains down. I meet her eyes. Barely feels worth it. It's not about saving a life. It's about teaching a lesson. There will be a few left who will remember it. We make it to the cusp of town, and I see the fires as the horde of monsters approaches. Grotesque things, demons in twisted shapes, 2 legs, 4 legs winged, snarling maws and gnashing teeth. The world rattles, and the doom of Lilithra is imminent. I see people fleeing, the braying of horses as they take off the other direction. Even if they escape, there will be nothing left on their return. There is nothing you can do. The gate suddenly burst open. A lone figure with a blade standing on the road, his white hair a beacon in the low light. Garrett, facing the army in one last stand. Is that Garrett or is it Gandalf the White? Join him in the defense or flee. I have to help Garrett. I can't leave him hanging. I jump down the broken parts of the wall, drawing my crossbow and standing beside him. You need to go while there's still time. There is no use having you die a hero's death here. I carry the blood of Raaaah. I could be strong enough. Yeah, I can't leave my Gwent buddy. Not against that. Don't waste your life. If it saves a few more people, it's not a waste. You have a chance to save them all. Don't be rash. I fire a crossbow bolt into the horde again. As many as I take down, they still keep coming. Behind us, heavy marching boots stomp forward. How many of these soldiers are there? Knight Commander Yavin is there in front, guiding the Sun Templars to position. For a moment, our eyes meet as I reload. He looks surprised then, face full of questions. For a moment, I wonder if he's about to charge me, but he calls orders to his men, creating a shield wall at the town gates. His eyes wander back to me as I fire again, another screeching demon dead. The town is doomed. You and I both know this, Rue. He grabs my wrist, white hair falling in front of his eyes. You can't save everyone. I can still try. I try to wrestle from his grasp, but he pushes me back. Then come with us. My story is in the past. Your turn now. Only you can save us all. I take a heaving breath and turn to run. Grabbing onto the rungs of a wooden ladder, I begin to scale the wall to town. Yeah, when we played Garrett's O2A2 game, he was a lot younger back then. That took place in the past. The Knight Commander Yavin stands at the bottom just before I can reach the top. He grips a rung, and I wonder how fast I can run before he gets me. But he doesn't climb, instead picking up a fallen bolt from my bow. One more shot, make it count. I think for a moment to shoot him there and then. I wonder if I can do it faster than he can lunge for me, the way he watches me. I think that's exactly what he expects me to do. I load my crossbow and oh my, hi, thank you for the love. Hi there on YouTube. Ha ha ha, I appreciate you. Ha 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 ha. I load my crossbow and fire towards the encroaching army instead. It pierces on Demon in the eye. 100-yard shot. His eyes never leave me. How many demons are out here? There's a lot of demons. Serious. There's like knights and demons and my monsters. There's a lot going on. It's a whole war. It's a battle. I'll find you again, heretic. I will stop the hell you've unleashed and save us from your doom. His voice cracks, and I swear there are the glint of tears in his eyes. I turn and run before he can stop me. He doesn't follow, and I hear him yell a command and take point at the shield wall. Lilithra is in his hands now, but I know he's had a taste of my blood and steel, and should he ever catch my scent on the wind again, he will come for me. I hear the gnashing teeth and howls of the demons as we flee. The numbers are overwhelming. Lilithra will be destroyed, but it will give us just enough time to put distance between us. I have a feeling we'll see that guy again. I have a feeling we have not seen the last of Yavin. The place is in chaos. People stampede on by horses and in carriages. I lead us off the main road and further afield. There's a thrumming in my chest and head that isn't stopped. I spare a look back at the town. A deep, swirling darkness gathers around it. The grass beneath our feet begins to wither and shrivel. Die or get kissed, or maybe both. Ah. Gray's like, laughter, Joy is like, maybe you have more trash than you thought. More trash. I walk over to where Arden is, their chest still bleeding. My brows draw in concern, pulling bandages from my side and a cloth to mop the blood. Arden is not trash. Arden is just sweet and precious. It's not Arden's fault. Okay, none of this is Arden's fault. Arden is a monster, sure, but that doesn't mean anything. You can be a monster, you could be a harpy and be precious. And that's what's going on with Arden. They're precious. It's my fault you're hurt. You need to join the fight. Not going to leave you. You better not. Katya, can you? She comes over, pulling a pouch from her bag. She presses a sticky herbal mixture against their skin and uncorks a potion. That looks different than the healing potions you give me. Don't worry your pretty head about that. She feeds it to them, their eyes fluttering shut. No field medic, I am. No field medic, am I? I just need them to be all right. It's a flesh wound. It will heal. She really said, don't worry about it, kitten. Really? They look at me with their big brown eyes. You're hurt too. Oh, Arden, don't look at me like that. I look down at my arm, bleeding from my encounter with Yavin. Just trying to compete with you. They try to stand and can't quite get up, flapping their wings. Shh, shh. Just rest. We'll carry you if we have to. A bird that can't fly is abandoned by the flock. I'm not the flock. I'm your friend, and I'm not leaving you behind. I check on their wounds once more. They shut their eyes, and when I feel their pulse, it's racing. Deep breaths. Katya's potion will do its work. Katya stands beside me, hair messy from the wind and breathing hard. They were bastards to think one poor girl's death would save them, but no apprentice witch could either. She grits her teeth, storming forward. Our only path forward is finding Kylie's grimoire. There are rituals powerful enough to help you seal the Vanquisher's darkness away forever. Isn't she searching for it? We don't know where she is, or if she's found it. Katya's quiet for a moment. She isn't here. That means we must find it. I care not if they recoil away from me, hate me, curse me. They will all be slaughtered like dogs by Varasil's forces. I will do whatever I can to prevent that. Can you wield magic that powerful? I find myself capable of miracles if given the right tools. You're a miracle yourself. Do not waste it. She hikes her skirts, turning away from the town. Cassius has been quiet this whole time, blood-stained and primed for a fight. I will gladly stay at your leash, but when the time comes, you know you must uncollar me. It dampens me, restricts me in battle. You got your ancient secrets from me. Now, you need a killer. When the time comes, but not before. He gives me a sharp nod. I accept it. His gaze trails to my forearm, Blood drizzles down, a mix of red and gold. He swallows tightly. I heard you eat one of the Templars. Still hungry? It's not that. He worries his fangs over his bottom lip. I'd like a taste. I want to feel it on my tongue. I have not seen the sun in centuries, and here it is, pouring out of you, burning through your heart. No need to feed. My fangs will never pierce your skin. May I? He wants to taste my radioactive blood. No, or I squeeze the blood onto the ground or drip feed him. Listen, he's not that much of a dog. I'm not squeezing it onto the ground. I'm not going to make him lap it up that way. I'm going to drip feed him. That's the spicier option. Drip feed him. Don't blow up, okay, like those leeches and mosquitoes did, okay? Don't blow up. Be careful. This blood is dangerous. Open wide. He kneels before me as I raise my arm. The blood collects and slowly drops into his awaiting tongue. He shuts his eyes, half a moan, half a growl as he savors it. I tried, okay? I tried. Heavenly, you taste of sunlight, the only one left. I pause, waiting for a moment, wondering if it will burn him from the inside out like it did that mosquito, but he seems unaffected. Does it burn? It's as sweet as the sweetest honeyed wine, a divine remedy. I am a creature of the night, but a few drops are hardly enough to kill me. It is a reminder of a life before. Oh, that's kind of poetic. We should have blown him up. No, you can't blow him up. We should have exploded him. What if? What if he did? Oh, don't look at me like that, sir. Stop. Sir, excuse me. Excuse me, sir. Why are you looking at me like that? His eyes burn as he meets my gaze. This is a gift I wish to cherish. He licks his lips, getting every last drop before sitting back on his heels. If I'm good, will I get another taste? Oh, if you're good, if you're a good boy, he'll stop. There's a 0.1% chance Cassius blows up if you feed him. If you're good, be a good boy, Cassius. My best behavior, then. I stay out across the highlands to the mountains beyond. Wind whips against my cheeks, growing colder by the minute. Screams, death, and devastation lay behind us. Perhaps only ruin lies ahead. My heart pounds in my chest, blood thrumming through me. But not a gift given, but something taken, stolen. Raaaah died and left us to make the world. And now it's threatened again, and we're the only ones who can save us. Whatever it takes. With a final glance at my companions and the smoke billowing from Lilithra, I march along the road again. End of Act 1. Look at these credits, y'all. Gray, look at you. Gray and right. At the very top, thank you to our Patreons. Yes! Whoa, did you see? Did you see Rue on there? Rue is on top. Yes, I'm on the Patreon, y'all. Listen, I love Skyride Studios, and I love Meant to Be Studios, and so I am a supporter. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Our silly, kinky little game. Thank you so much for letting me play the game. I love it. And I didn't expect that my name was going to be accredited as in there at the end there. Oh. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for sharing this game with us. I had so much fun with this. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited for more of this game.